Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, boys and girls, children of all ages, I would love to give you a hilarious joke to lead in the show, but I don't have any books or comic books to base it on, so sorry.
That man chuckling in the background is the last standing one, Big Rig Nick Utam.
Epstein died because George Lucas told him what McClunky meant. That's what happened.
Oh, okay. And finally, American Ramrod, Kendo Slice.
I stand before you being able to proudly say that, unlike other people on this channel, I have not watched Terminator Dark Fate nor Charlie's Angels.
Damn it. Who watched Charlie's Angels?
You want to fess up, Nick?
Yeah, I did. Okay, I did. I watched it. I didn't pay for it, so...
Liar.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't pay for it.
You paid for it on your dignity.
Yeah, I did not. I did not pay for it at all. I made sure to go watch it for free.
You'll pay for it tonight.
Oh, I know I will. I will. And I'm ready to tell everything about it, and all the details of how it really sucked.
I'm about to say it looked fantastic, terrible.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it in a minute because I have a couple questions for you.
Oh, yeah, man.
Why'd you go see it?
Number one being, why the fuck did you go see that damn piece of shit? Anyway, let's start the show like we always do and give a shout out to our newest patron. So we actually have a pretty high tier patron, just one this week, our friend Overlord Drakai. So thank you, Overlord Drakai. And folks, if you're a patron with the holiday coming up, this is what we're going to give you guys. So tonight will be after hours for everybody. If you're a $5 and up member, you already got your bonus podcast where Kendo and Jeff, that'd be myself, we just talk some random bullshit. And then you're going to get, if you're at the $10 video tier, you're going to get the Spider-Man commentary around Thanksgiving. Why? Because Spider-Man has a Thanksgiving scene, so it's topical, it's reasonable, it's Spider-Man, and everybody has
just don't bleed on your floor, guys.
Yeah. Or try to pull a marshmallow off the yams because you'll get smacked by Aunt May.
Always, every time.
So yeah, but we're gonna have a bunch of content over on Patreon moving forward. So thank you very much, Overlord Drakai, and we appreciate you. So now this week I wanted to start out with. Before we do, so next week is Thanksgiving. We're not going to be around. So you'll have to, make do with your family and all that other stuff. I'm sorry. But, so we'll be back on, what is that, December 5th? Yeah, we'll be back on December the 5th.
Yep, that's a...
Yeah. And we'll have we'll be back on the in the swing of things. We'll have a lot of fun, and we'll finish the year out strong. So there we go. So, guys, do you remember the last time we had an opener to the show and we discussed Emma Watson not being single but self-partnered?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think tonight we have topped that for a new level of stupidity. You guys ready to meet the dumbest thing you'll ever see on the internet?
Yes.
Sure. Emotionally.
Yeah. Well, we talk about bad movie castings all the time, and this is no bullshit. This actress was considered for this role. So, folks, if you do not know who these women are, on the left, you have Julia Roberts of Pretty Woman fame. She's also in Runaway Bride and a million other things like Mystic Pizza. And on the right, we have Harriet Tubman herself, the woman who Kendo likes to run with. So, this isn't a joke. This isn't us making up some bullshit to try to open the show. This was an actual news story that popped up this week. You guys want to hear more about this?
Absolutely.
So I saw this and I spit out my drink. I can't believe that this was actually a thing that has been going on. So this comes from Entertainment Weekly, and you guys can look at the image. Julia Roberts was suggested to play Harriet Tubman by a studio exec, says Harriet's screenwriter. If you were to think of the most out-of-field actress to play let me redo that. If you were to think of the most out-of-left-field actress to play Harriet Tubman, that makes sense. It's like the sequel to Erin Brockovich.
No, that was that was her like her pseudonym name. That's what it was.
Her code name. Her code name Harriet.
Yeah. Oh yeah, code name Harriet.
Harriet Winslow. Anyway, if you were to think out of the most left of field actress to play Harriet Tubman in a movie, you still wouldn't stumble upon one of the most crazy ones that an alleged executive suggested. Harriet, the historical drama based on Tubman's real life, released earlier this month, starring Cynthia Erivo. But the film screenwriter and producer Gregory Allen Howard says that he first started working on the movie in 1994, that one studio suggested Julia Roberts to portray the legendary slave turned abolitionist. Yes, that Julia Roberts.
Dude.
Dude.
I want to know, first off,
wait.
The elephant in the room, were they going to use blackface? Because please tell me that they were going to use blackface. That was the plan for Julia. Have Julia, pretty woman, in blackface. That would have been a beautiful.
No. I think like the way the article reads, or the way I read it, anyways, is like there was a black executive in the room who said that's not possible. Like Harriet Tubman was black. And then the guy who suggested it, Julia Roberts, says, when did it happen? And the guy's like, it happened, in the 1800s. And he's like, oh, nobody will recognize her. Nobody will know who that is. And that's kind of the conversation they had. I was just like, what? One of the most iconic historical figures ever. You're going to just be like, yeah, nobody knows who she is. We didn't learn about her in school ever. So yeah, it's fine. Just Julia Roberts, put her in there. It's okay.
They were just going to fix it in post.
Jesus.
They have the tech. Oh yeah, Forrest Gump had already come out, so yeah, they could have done it.
That's true.
Jesus.
Oh man.
So in the time-honored tradition of humor here on World Class Bullshitters, we thought we'd start tonight's show with a little game. So tonight, guys, you can get involved with our game. It's called #BadHistoricalCasting, and we have quite a few for you here. So, you guys ready to see who we cast and some historical roles?
Let's do it.
Damn right.
All right. So first up, we have. Let's see. There we go. Ken Watanabe as Albert Einstein.
I can see it in the eyes.
Yep. The demeanor as well. Ken Watanabe really screams, genius physicist to me.
Yeah, genius German.
German.
Just right there. All right.
German. Yep.
Oh,
well, Germans and the Japanese love each other, man. They were real tight a couple years ago.
Yelly, everybody loved everybody. So I love that the minute I click on that, I click it off. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm having a okay boomer moment, even though I'm 31 and not a boomer.
Yeah, okay, boomer.
Yeah, thanks. Boomer Esiason. Is he dead? He's not dead.
No, he's not dead. He says that annoying ass voice.
CBS.
Yep, halfway yelling at the fucking viewers talking about football.
You mean to tell me you play football? Anyway, so we have Ken Watanabe as Albert Einstein. Up next, this was a choice from Kendo. We have Idris Elba as Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar.
That would be the most 2019 thing ever. Idris Elba as Julius Caesar. Done.
Yeah. Julius Caesar Johnson.
I mean, the dude's already in Cats, apparently, so.
He is.
Yeah.
I just figured, he's in everything else, and everybody wants him as everything. Why not make him Caesar?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Well, here's the thing. Well, they'll never have the stabbing scene. They'll never have that. It'll just be they'll just cut to people motioning like they're stabbing somebody, and then he'll just be dead. That's it.
Or it'll just be like a carbon copy. Yeah. There's a carbon copy of Platoon, but instead of him just falling down, it's Idris Elba going, "It's you, motherfucker!" And
We also have another one from Dion. Zendaya as Joan of Arc.
Oh my God.
Or no, wait, this was Kendo's.
That was
Kendo,
mine.
That was me, yeah.
Yes.
He just knows that I would fucking hate that.
Jeez.
My unbridled.
I still don't know what a Zendaya is, but
apparently a really bad.
She play, a saint?
Anything.
Well, apparently people keep saying she's killing that show on HBO, whatever. Like I forget what it's called, but people really like her in that show. But I've never seen it, nor do I care to watch it. And yeah.
Oh, the one where she's an addict or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it's a big stretch from going to be an addict on HBO to being Joan of Arc, a real person. But clearly, she looks just like Joan of Arc did.
Oh, hell
yeah. Well, I mean, in that show, she looks like the way she does in Spider-Man. She just looks like frumpy and just like unkempt and just doesn't want to be there. So
I don't like life, but I love it.
I don't like life, but I love those paychecks I'm getting.
Yeah, them shits keep clearing. I'm gonna keep doing my terrible shit.
Yeah.
Up next was one of mine, Tilda Swinton as Winston Churchill.
I am all in.
Oh my God!
Look at the eyes.
I would pay serious money to see her in a fat suit and a cigar. Hell yes.
Oh, actually, what was it? I saw a trailer for Bombshell, and what's his name? There was a guy in a fat suit. Shit, I forget his name.
Martin Lawrence in Big Mama's House.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Oh,
And
geez.
Brandon T. Jackson's my son.
He went over there.
He went over there. Let's not forget, there was a sequel to Big Mama's House, and Brandon T. Jackson was his fucking kid.
Yeah, John.
Both in a fat suit.
John Lithgow was in a fat suit in the trailer for a movie called Bombshell.
He plays Winston Churchill.
No, it was he was playing like a Fox exec. It's a movie about the whole thing that happened with Fox News and
Is he
the
playing
women.
Robert Ailes?
I think so. Yeah.
Or Roger Ailes? Vietnam?
Yeah. Up next, here's a kendo choice. We have Brie Larson as.
I mean, the way I saw it, Lincoln is one of the most iconic and probably best people to ever be alive in this country. So why not have it played by the second most? Abraham Lincoln coming summer 2022.
Oh my God.
Abrams. Well, we got to give her.
She's
the
not only going to
character.
save the country, she's going to ask to see the manager.
That ending will be epic though.
And that movie's totally going to make a whole 100% real $1 billion too. Just like that.
No, but see, in Abraham Lincoln, she's not going to get shot by John Wilkes Booth at the end. We can't have that. So
Oh gosh.
she's going to
She
survive.
remains
Like,
bland
She takes
too.
the gun. She takes the bullet out of her skull and puts it back in her own gun and shoots John Wilkes Booth in his
dude.
face.
even better, she catches the bullet and throws it and kills John Wilkes.
But,
Oh
but
my God.
Right before she throws it, she goes, "I'm a warrior hero," and throws it.
Stunning and brave.
Right.
I love it.
Oh my God.
Dion, this was one of your casting choices. A very iconic historical figure, The Rock, and he's playing Martin Luther King Jr.
See, that can actually work.
No, it couldn't. No, it couldn't. Like the Rock.
Can you imagine him?
What's
The
he gonna do?
I have a dream speech is now a promo.
Dude, it would be hilarious
think-
as shit.
Do you think that little black boys, little black girls can communicate with little white boys, white girls? It doesn't matter what you think because they
Dude,
can.
it would be hilarious. It would, oh man, it'd be so much fun.
Just
He ends
Martin
the
Luther
speech
King.
with, "You smell what The Rock is cooking."
And he's fucking,
Yeah.
he's buff as shit. Just a gigantic, bald, buff Dwayne Johnson, MLK, fucking just ripping his suits every time he does a speech.
Yeah.
Malcolm X starts talking shit. Hold on, Draboni. Know your role and shut your mouth, brother.
Who would be okay, who would God damn it, that's ridiculous. Who would be Malcolm X?
Roman
Farouk,
Reigns.
easily. Farouk. Damn.
Farouk.
Well, keep it
Fucking
with
Ron
the
Simmons, baby.
with civil rights
Yeah.
movement. Dion, this was
Yes.
another one of your casting choices. Beyonce as Rosa Parks.
Oh my God.
I'm no longer a cub. Like, whoa, bitch, this is the wrong movie.
We also have Vin Diesel as Ulysses S. Grant.
It's all about family. All of it is. It's all about everything's about family.
I'm in this war for my family.
We got to go fast. How fast can we go?
I miss you, Paul. How fast can we win this war? We need a new car to win this civil war.
And the 30
Oh,
second war.
here's what you do in this movie. You got Vin Diesel as Ulysses S. Grant, and then you just go ahead and Tarkin Paul Walker in as General Sherman.
Oh. Yeah, why not?
And what was the Asian dude's name for the first one? Rick Yoon, just have him be Robert E. Lee.
Yeah.
Just the Confederacy is driving Hondas.
Oh God.
That's a reimagining I can get behind. It's like
Oh
Liz.
my God.
I don't know,
And
man.
then,
Yeah, a
just
Fast
like
and
the first
Furious
movie-
Civil War mashup.
And listen, and remember, the race that they go to in the first movie is called Race Wars. That's the climax of the movie is they all race at Race Wars, and whoever wins gets the Union. And clearly, General Vin Grant hates slavery and wants to save the Union. And he wins with his Charger.
I'm traveling Charger.
God.
And
It's basically
So
him and a horse and buggy, but there's like 48 horses behind him, so or in front of him. So I guess what it is. That's
I
all
call
it is.
this. I call
The
this
sequel would
this
be-
carriage Charger.
The sequel could be called Civil 2, the Grand Prix of Gettysburg.
Well, we got one more, folks. This was one of my doing, my personal favorite. Drake. It's John
Oh
F.
my
Kennedy.
god! Oh my god!
Oh,
Because if
God.
you want to see one person get shot in the head, it's Drake.
Yeah.
God's plan. God's plan.
So, folks, if you want to get in
Oh
on
my
this, use the hashtag bad historical casting. As you can see, it's in the bottom right-hand corner of the picture. And we'll check this out periodically through the show. I'll have Kendo check it out, or Nick, or somebody. And we'll get back to you with some good casting choices. So, you guys ready to start the...
Oh, now we're starting the
actual
show.
Yeah.
They tell me if I'm president, I said, hell yeah, fucking right, president, fucking right.
How is that music?
I actually like that song, but I like it better knowing that he's JFK. And 11 is gonna be fucking Jackie.
Oh my God.
Who plays
the-
RFK?
Oh shit! Fucking Lil Wayne.
Oh shit!
There you go.
Yes.
Lil Wayne is Bobby Kennedy.
I'm gonna win. We're gonna go win this thing.
Yeah.
Weezy
And
F
from
baby is for F Kennedy.
And from prison, Takeshi 6ix9ine is going to be Teddy Kennedy. They just put up a green screen in itself.
Oh, that's a spicy meatball. I like that casting choice. You stupid. The hooker was in my trunk, stupid.
She drowned herself, man.
She drowned herself, stupid.
So, speaking of stupid, we've had multiple articles, in regard to Star Wars come out this week.
Oh shit.
First, Entertainment Weekly dropped with a J.J. Abrams interview, which has a few nuggets here and there. It gives us some credibility to the rumors, the leaks, the last-minute reshoots. By the way, Dion, I'm going to read you some of those leaks tonight because I want to hear you flip out.
God, I saw Doomcock's video came up like an hour before I got out, or an hour after I got out of work, and I was like too scared. I literally was too scared to watch it. I was just like, I mean, shout out to Dooms, love you, baby. But I was like, I don't know if I can emotionally handle this shit right now.
Ooh, real quick before we keep going on, we can celebrate. We passed 145,000 now. Woo!
Oh, welcome to the club, bitches. God's plan.
We just
God's plan.
We just hit 144K like 2 or 3 days ago. So thank you to all the new listeners. We're on that big upswing again, the surge in growth, and it feels so good. We couldn't do it without you guys. We appreciate it.
Love you guys. Sexy
So-
bitches.
So this Kathleen Kennedy article was out of Rolling Stone. And clearly you've been aware of it, Dion, because you mentioned it in your opening about no source material. Now, as the guy on the podcast who has read the most EU stuff, how did you feel when you read the sentence, oh, we don't have comic books or source material to glean?
When I read that sentence that she actually said that shit, I kind of felt, I knew what Booker T felt like when Triple H was like, someone like you can't be champion. I felt that shit when I read that sentence because one, clearly everyone that's been following not just Disney Lucasfilm, but Star Wars since 99, everyone that gives a shit about this property 99, one, they know that she's fucking lying. And that's what's so infuriating. That's the most infuriating bit is that she's lying and she thinks that she can get away with it. Two, the thing that made me even angrier was the fact that she's clearly saying that for Star Wars casuals. So people who like Star Wars, but the original trilogy once or twice, maybe watch the prequels, kind of got into this shitty trilogy for whatever bullshit reason. She's saying it for them because they don't know about the original, the expanded universe. They don't know about where Thrawn came from before fucking Rebels. They don't know about the epic run that Clone Wars had when it first came out and how that was the biggest show on Cartoon Network in how many ever fucking years. They don't know that shit. So she's specifically lying, pandering to a group. Again, here's more fucking evidence that she's pandering to a group who does not watch Star Wars. And the third bit that pissed me off even more is that she wasn't questioned at all when they interviewed her about that. That no one said, well, you know that you guys specifically talked about how you weren't going to use the expanded universe and da-da-da-da-da. And that's becomes, Star Wars Legends or whatever. They didn't press her on that, which really fucking pissed me off about Rolling Stone, because they love to call themselves a legitimate magazine and they years ago had this article about the importance of the media and all this bullshit. They didn't even press her on that. So this whole thing, one, is a perfect example of how shitty things are at Disney. How, two, it's a dumpster fire that they have no fucking idea how to get past December 20th. And three, that they think it's okay to bald-faced lie. Everyone out there making excuses for Lucasfilm and Kennedy now, and every decision business-wise that they've made since they bought Star Wars, you can kiss my black ass, because this is proof positive that they are 100% unequivocally full of shit. Terrible, dude. It makes me fucking sick.
To me, it's like you get some, like, Kevin Feige can tell you the intricacies of the MCU or just Marvel characters in general, but I feel like if you were to quiz Kathleen Kennedy on anything basic, she'd go, Harrison Ford played Han Solo, and that's all she fucking knows. Or some of the most basic shit. It's like, how are you in charge? We know how you're in charge. But Nick, Kendo, what were your guys' thoughts on this?
It just felt like agreements against the fans, because because like there's all this EU stuff, and I've slowly learned. I've just scraped just the surface of it by hearing everybody talk about it and hearing Dion talk about it and everything else. And even it's just ridiculous that there's so much rich history there and so much stuff to pull from that they couldn't just take one of those stories and turn it into a movie. It's ridiculous, and the fact that they just tried to copy Star Wars to make it their own thing and their own property, and they've failed horribly at it, and it's going to be forgotten in history, like Avatar is. Just means that like she screwed up horribly and just is trying to make an excuse now for why the movies suck and they will never be remembered.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I remember when I saw that headline and looked into it, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. How the hell can she say that there's like no material out there to make a Star Wars movie off of? It's like there's tons.
Yeah, and we've said this multiple times. Obviously we joke in it, and it is a funny joke that people get paid hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars to be movie executives. They have no idea what the fuck they're doing, and she obviously is no different. And again, I don't have any inside information, but they asked her that question, and she said that shit. She verbally said that to someone who was recording what she said for a fucking article in Rolling Stone. That's like, as shitty as our political system is, that's like idiotic politician level dumb. Like that's one of those lies where you're full of shit. You know that that's not true, but you say it to perpetuate, whatever narrative that you're trying to push. And there's no way in hell. Either, like I said, she's lying or she's incredibly fucking stupid. And I doubt that she's that dumb when they had a press release about how they weren't going to use the EU. They had a fucking press release. Obviously, she had to approve that for them to have a press release regarding the EU. And she fucking just lied. Bald face, straight face, and let that shit get published. And she lied. This is $1 billion property, and she's lying, knowing full well it's going to get fucking published and read by millions of people. She knows that Star Wars fans are going to see that shit. I can't fucking believe. I couldn't believe it. And then the other side, you lied like that when your $1 billion movie is going to come out in a month. In a month.
Yeah,
that's
she looks
fucking crazy.
She looks dumber than ever too, because it's like it's like, oh, we have spaceship. Like you would say the most basic shit about Star Wars, and she would just get it wrong. It's like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. I wouldn't be surprised if we interviewed Kathleen Kennedy. She's like, yeah, my favorite Star Wars moment was when Captain Picard teamed up with. I was like, what? And she just fucks it up. She's so dumb. Yeah. Like when she starts making the parallels between Empire Strikes Back, The Last Jedi, and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yeah,
I lost my shit.
I'm like, you fucking idiot. Just because they're the second in the trilogy of their respective trilogy doesn't mean that they're a similar movie. That's what a kid. That's like Devin when we're talking about shit. He tries to get in our conversation and he just says something to be a part of the conversation. We're just like, Devin, shut the fuck up, dude. Just hold on a second. It's like that.
Grown folks is talking, goddamn it.
Grown folks is talking, and like I can't just to kind of keep things in perspective. Any other fucking I work in security. If I was being, if there was a big event coming out and I have to have a security plan for all the people being in the building, and I just bald-faced lied about a detail that I was supposed to know about, I would get fucking fired. I can't believe that shit. Like if someone said, "Hey, so this is gonna be a certain time, or what are we doing?" And I just said, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be there at this time, and it's supposed to be this many people, blah 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 blah." And I was just bald-faced fucking lying a month before this event where I have a meeting and it happens and they find out that I was lying about it. There's no other business that I can think of in this world outside of politics where you can make shit up like that before the big reveal, before the big project is completed. And I don't know what the point of that was outside of pandering to people who aren't even who don't give a shit about Star Wars. Because she thinks that we're that dumb, that she's, that Susie Q from fucking Madison, Wisconsin was like, damn, now I understand why those movies suck because they don't have any books to draw from. It's all original bullshit. Susie Q doesn't know about that. That's a crazy risk. You know what I'm saying?
That's the worst excuse she could ever come up with. It's like, first off, you're wrong about that. Secondly, Lucas didn't have stuff to come up with from the original trilogy. It's like, right. It's called a story. You make it up as you go. Indiana Jones says it himself. I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. Mecca Randoms in the chat, shout out to her. She said that this was just a big advertisement to get people talking about Star Wars Episode 9 because
not talking about it in a good way.
No. As a Star Wars, or all Star Wars fans to varying degrees, has anyone here watched The Mandalorian besides myself?
No, not yet.
Oh, I have. I watched it.
What'd you think?
It's awesome so far.
Kendo, have you had a chance to watch it yet?
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow morning, so that way tomorrow when I get home after work, I can watch episode 3.
Okay,
I'll just right there.
So, Nick, are you much more interested in watching one more episode of Mandalorian than Star Wars Episode 9?
Yeah, I'm interested in this show way more. Once again, I'm very cautious because it could go to shit anytime. So I'm always just on the verge of when it's gonna go to shit. I'm always waiting for that. So far, it's 2 episodes and it's fine. It's fun.
Yeah.
But once again, see what's gonna happen. Hopefully it's a good show. Hopefully the first season's good. And they keep the control and the people they have together forward for the foreseeable future. And it kind of just becomes something awesome. Because one thing I do love is that they mention the Star Wars Christmas special stuff about Boba Fett and everything about Life Day and things like that in it. And it's like, oh, this is really canon. Holy crap. I thought this was a joke. Apparently not. And it's really weird to kind of see that in there. There's nice dialogue, Easter eggs here and there of what they say about Mandalorians and things like that. And it was a lot of fun, man. I enjoyed it.
And it looks good too.
It looks amazing. Even the second episode, we're doing a lot of fighting and has to he's trying to get his ship parts of his ship back from the Jawas is hilarious. It's so much fun. So it's so far, once again, it's a good show. I'm just
Dion.
I hope it's good.
Yeah.
If you ever wanted to see a Jawa get sniped, watch The Mandalorian.
Oh my god!
I will. No, the reason I haven't, Hillary and she wants to watch it together, so I'm just waiting. Probably this weekend we're gonna sit down and watch them all in one go. Because you said they were only 30-something minutes. So,
yeah, it's not a very long. What's the pilot? 42 minutes, Nick, and then the next episode's like 30.
Well, that's one thing I like is it's not too long or it's too short. It's just good enough. Gotcha. Because if it was like an hour long episode, I think that'd be too long. Them being like 35, 40 minutes long is perfect. Like that's a good time.
Well, I mean, when we're talking about the next generation of Star Wars, you go, oh man, Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau could be doing something great with it. So maybe I'll be excited. But it's nice that, let's say that's the case. That's what Lucasfilm, that's what Disney wants. They want to usher in this new era. They want people to feel comfortable coming back to Star Wars. But they can't help themselves but put out garbage articles like this about Kathleen Kennedy, Episode 9, and J.J. Abrams won't shut up. It's like, in the article, Kathleen Kennedy's like, oh, we had such a great time making the movie. It was so much fun. We laughed. I was like, I don't give a goddamn if you laughed and had a good time. You can't make a decent movie to save your life. So all the behind-the-scenes spin is nothing to me.
Yeah, I'm sure The Rock had a really good time making Baywatch, but, you know.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like, if I'm selling a movie, why is that the first fucking thing you go to? Instead of saying, hey, we've got a month, you know, they ask you, well, tell us about Episode 9. Hey, we've got less than 30 days. It's going to be epic. You're going to see the conclusion of this trilogy, blah, 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 blah. Oh, we had a lot of fun behind the scenes. It was great making the movie. That doesn't, I'm not going to see the movie because you had fun making it. Bitch, they paid you guys to make the fucking movie. I don't care. You know, cool, whatever. You had fun. Tell me about the film. Build hype. Your enjoyment of the process of making the film doesn't build any hype. I don't care about that shit. It's less than a month out. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, and here's the one thing. As much as I do like The Mandalorian right now, I think it's too little too late. And also for it being so like you know, it's kind of like put away in this on their platform, on Disney Plus's platform. So anybody who wants to watch it has to pay the money to go watch it. It's not like it's readily available on like a cable channel or even like something, you know, as massive as Hulu is, where everybody can just kind of go to it and watch it if they want to. I think by it being restricted to just Disney Plus, it's going to hurt them for the popularity of it. I mean, people might get a 7-day trial for like you know, once all the episodes come out, they're gonna get it for like a week, watch everything, and then turn it off. But even then, I think it's too little too late. And I mean, those guys, you know, I think should have been part of what was going on with the new trilogy. Because, I mean, do you remember the hype for The Force Awakens? We had toys out, 3 months in advance?
Yep, September.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 months in advance. I remember going to everywhere had toys flooded. Everywhere they were there. Everything. The lightsabers, the dolls, the toys, the cars, the vehicles, the ships, the Legos, everything. And for this one, it's like the complete opposite. There is nothing for it. We got a trailer and tickets, you know, an actual trailer for it, and tickets being sold like 6 weeks beforehand or 2 months beforehand or whatever. Like it's so strange. It's so weird.
I don't understand. You know, obviously the end game should be to get people to see the film. That's the end game for promoting the fucking movie. And I don't understand. Even if you're asked the question, someone who knows their job knows how to sidestep it or step around it to somewhat give an answer that's acceptable, but still good enough to not deter people from watching the movie. If I have a major motion picture coming out that I hope makes billions of fucking dollars, I'm not going to tell a bald-faced lie regarding the source material. I don't understand how I don't get it. And even, you know, oh well, you know, we have a couple promos on
Monday Night Football.
On Monday Night Football, we've got a few promos and we got a few trailers during certain films leading up to the movie. Like, there's no hype. There's no hype. And then when you try to make hype, you tell a fucking lie.
Well, I remember going to see Avengers, and that trailer got no reaction. Like that teaser that was shown at Star Wars Celebration.
Right.
People just sat there and they're like, oh, but they reacted to other trailers. Now, we keep talking about Rolling Stone. Would you like to know more, Dion? Nick Kendo?
Yeah, man.
I just clicked it.
All right, cool. Because there's.
Why did your click sound like a shotgun? What are you doing?
I'm about to blow my brains out listening to this fucking bullshit.
You are about to, because this is dumber than the Kathleen Kennedy shit.
Oh my god.
Oh boy.
This is from a new interview that came out today with Jar Jar Abrams. Star Wars. Why is Rey so strong in the Force? J.J. Abrams says it's not an accident.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It says
Did she run and jump into a vat of midichlorians? So what happened?
that probably was the case.
She got shot by a gamma ray thing.
Oh, okay,
Wait,
all
no,
right.
that
She's
was the
part
Hulk.
Hulk.
Yes.
No. She got bitten by a radioactive space spider.
Oh, okay.
So
All
did
right.
Kathleen Kennedy get bit by a radioactive space horse?
No. I think what happened is she got bit by a mosquito that has that virus that eats your brain slowly. That's what it is.
Oh, so like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, she was involved with that movie. I get it. Life imitates art. Cool.
Yep.
I dig it. So, in an interview with Rolling Stone published on Thursday, the interview pointed out that Rey is picking up on the Force at a fast pace. Rey knew nothing about it at the beginning of The Last Jedi and was lifting boulders by the end of the movie. Abrams agreed with that statement and hinted of some clarity for Rey's abilities will be in The Rise of Skywalker. He goes, yeah, spooky, right? Smiles. It's a fair point, Abrams said. It's not an accident. The idea was to tell the tale of a young woman who is innately powerful, innately moral, innately good, but also struggling with her place in the world and forced to fend for herself in every way. As exciting as it was to get to play in the Star Wars universe, it was this young woman that I felt oddly compelled to get to know, not me. After the very first meeting with Kathleen Kennedy, the idea came about having a female at the center of it. There seems to be an inherent sense of we've seen the story before of the young hero, but we've never seen it through the eyes of a woman like this, and that's what to me was the most exciting thing.
Dude, I'm calling it right now. She's Leia's secret daughter, and she was being kept a secret to protect Kylo Ren. It's it right there, and then she can officially be a Disney princess. I'm calling it.
So if that's the case, then that weird sexual tension in The Last Jedi makes even less motherfucking sense. They're in the corner. They've admitted that they need this shit to fucking. Needs to be a walk-off fucking homer. I swear to God, if she's fucking Leia's secret goddamn daughter, I'm literally gonna stand up and be like, "What the fuck?" Because that wasn't brother-sister energy that they were fucking going for in The Last Jedi. That was clearly, hey, you well, bang, okay. That's what that was.
Basically, it was Kylo going like, "Hey, are you still up? What are you doing right now?
Still up? I got water on my face. You still up?
Yeah, my shirt's off. What's going on? How you doing?
I swear to God. God got no shirt on in this Force call. What you doing? Send me a pic. Send me a pic. I swear to God. If that's the case, I'm gonna stand up and scream.
No. If that's the case, then they really are copying George Lucas to a T. It's just like, why would you do that? We understand, like the brother sister thing was, it happened, but like, what? You're just gonna just all like full on copy it, and even then, you have space horses on the outside of a goddamn destroyer. Why?
Listen, I'm still waiting to see the context of that. As dumb as it looks in the
I don't
trailer.
care about the context of it, because whatever context it is doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
You're getting distracted, Nick. We're talking about the big fish. We're talking about incest potential.
There are people riding horses on the outside of a goddamn spaceship during a space battle. How much more idiotic can you fucking get?
Listen. It could be.
I'm sorry. I got caught up. I got caught up on it.
I can tell that one's been bothering you all week, buddy. That could be hilariously bad or mortifyingly bad. Like, I can't wait to see the context of that shit. Which is funny because that could be the part of the movie that just breaks everybody, which I'm really excited for. Like, I can't wait to get drunk, go to this movie, and then like we see that scene in its full context. There's no middle ground. That's either gonna be okay, that was actually a pretty cool scene, or it's gonna be Nick's reaction scene, and I can't fucking wait to see that story unfold, dude.
I might take the bucket of popcorn and launch it into the back seat, the back row somewhere, and be like, "Fuck,
dude."
Rose Tico she'll be leading the horse charge too. They've already set that up in the last movie.
Oh my God, that's true. Wait, hold on. So like she was against like using horses and things like an animal freedom, and then she goes and uses them on the outside of a destroyer. Like,
well, that was the very same movie she was bitching about. They were complaining about animal rights, and then they rode them through the goddamn city in The Last Jedi. So her fucking decision-making process isn't exactly the most sound in this universe.
Yeah. I was gonna say, have you not been paying attention to the way her character's been written?
Did they really write her
you-
character? I think they just
God.
made it up as they went.
Dude,
Probably.
her character's like it's a cardboard cutout of a character. Okay.
Well,
That's all
listen,
it is.
she's supposed to be plot armor, so they're gonna be able to explain why the white female hero doesn't end up with the black dude. Oh well, he found the Asian chick. That's all she's there for.
Yeah, which
They're
is even more stereotypical of like the black guy going for the Asian chick. Like that's
Well,
that-
I mean, I can't say it's wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you seen her Instagram?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Remember, this isn't the character that was in one sentence lamenting the death of her sister, and in the next sentence flooding her basement over Finn.
That's true. That's very true.
I would say well drawn out character arc is not in this one's vocabulary.
God, and even then, like the sister that we didn't even know the name of, didn't even know was her sister until like we kind of saw the necklace. Like, oh, they're related somehow. They must be friends.
No, listen. First off, like you knew that was supposed to be your sister. Like the necklace thing made the connection, but it's
It could have been her. It could have been her lover. We didn't know.
Just another Asian chick.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That was the most fucking
yeah, because
thing ever.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
like,
that's what they thought. They're like, oh, they'll be able to tell that they're sisters because they're both Asian. It's like
that's fucking true, and that's pretty fucked up as well.
yeah, a little bit.
Wow, that's
it's the fucking thing ever. We want to see it from a woman's point of view, a white woman, but a woman's point of view. Fucking Disney, man,
dude.
I swear to God, which because Jeff Ruther shut up on it last week. Like, oh, that was like the crux of the Force Awakens was this weird love triangle between fucking Finn, well, not triangle, but between Finn and Rey, and then they specifically made that shit a triangle, more like a fucking shitty rectangle with Rey and Finn and fucking Swallow and Potato Sack. But then if they just abandon that shit, and the third one's gonna be like, really, this is what we did, huh? This is what we're going for,
dude. I feel so bad for Kelly Marie Tran because like when you see her interviews things like that, she's really hot, she's really cute, and we see her in Star Wars, man. It's just like, what did they do to you?
While they put like a bunch of makeup on Rey, they made really sure to get all the cool angles for her. But Kelly Marie Tran, oh my God, the trolls got at her to put her in like a really shitty hairdo, and she can't hold a rifle right. And
Thank you.
She's fucking tasing dudes. She's randomly trying to save sporces. Like, oh yeah, but she's just as important, guys. We swear to God, she's not annoying at all. She's not.
God.
She's the fucking horse girl of Star Wars.
I
Mr.
really
Johnson, what should I do to prepare for my role? Eat these 10 loaves of bread and stay up for 3 days, and then put on this fucking jumpsuit.
You smoke a lot of cigarettes.
But the jumpsuit is 2 sizes too small. That's character. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I look like a potato sack.
That's
No,
plot,
you
honey.
don't.
That's just plot.
Can we call her the Sports Whisperer?
Yes, we
Yes.
can.
All right, cool.
Yeah, because like I hope she does something else better than this, and actually shows her like her acting chops, because she's been fucking background fodder for like the last 2 movies.
That's because
I
she's too
hope-
busy killing the things that she hated with the things that she loved.
Yeah, baby.
The speeder?
That
It's
totally
like,
wasn't
her
the
no
Battle of Hoth,
favors.
by the way, dude. Just so you know,
It's
just so
salt,
we're
Dion.
clear.
It's salt.
Bro, it wasn't Hoth, okay? It wasn't fucking Hoth, Jeff. Okay?
Hoth had
Okay.
snow. That planet had salt. 2 different planets.
It's plot, boys. Come on.
I love, but like even that thing where he takes it's like and he puts his mouth. It's like, oh, it's salty. It's like, fuck you, fuck you to death, fuck you in the ass, fuck you.
That was like
No.
fucking
That is
Troll
no.
2
That's
level
like
shit.
that's like Halloween 2018 level of like, oh, you're the new Loomis. Like, go fuck yourself. All right.
Oh, it's salty. Oh, you don't fucking say? You just pick shit off the ground, put it in your mouth, you fucking dummy. Get in the goddamn
I
mouth.
hope the
Where were
next-
you raised by wolves? Get the fuck out of here.
Dion, I hope the next movie has a scene where they're on that desert planet. It's like, hey, it's sand. I hate sand. Just something. Then they go to the other thing. Oh, this is space. I don't like space. Just randomly eating shit.
This shit's cold.
Yeah.
Space gets everywhere, man. I don't like space. Like, oh, fuck you.
The
Yeah,
vacuum sucks.
You joke, dude, but that I would be surprised.
Yeah, because they
one
had
bit.
a Yo Mama joke in the last movie, so like anything's up in this third one. Like anything
Nick,
can happen.
It starts with a your mama joke. It's not even like they just threw one in there
No,
subtly.
you're right.
It's-
You're right. You're right.
That's the opening line, and the fact that they could have Hux be an a rebellion mole or whatever. Like, this movie is dead on arrival in terms of coherent, cogent storytelling. This Rey stuff pisses me off to no end because this is how they respond to fans. It's like, oh, we can't like fix the character by evening her out or, you know, making her less of a Mary Sue. We're gonna have to double down and make sure this is like, you know, the most legitimate answer possible. We're gonna
the most merriest of Sueist of Mary Sues.
Yes. The merriest.
So JJ goes, oh well, you know, she has to figure out she's on her own. She still doesn't even have her own fucking lightsaber.
Or she won't go go through the Jedi trials.
Yep. Yeah. She has a man's lightsaber. So, you know.
Seriously.
Till she gets Leia's.
Leia shouldn't even have a damn lightsaber.
No, she shouldn't, but she will. She'll be a Jedi like her brother and father before her.
It better be a fucking bedazzled handle with a hot pink blade. God it,
dude!
If they give her a pink lightsaber, I'm gonna puke.
And it comes out
like lightsaber. That's so. Oh god, that's so much.
And
shit.
It comes out like the fucking breast cancer bow. It's just like randomly breast cancer bow. Just like guys, this is a little hard on the nose. No, it's not. You didn't read the book. You didn't fucking get it. It's a breast cancer, bro. Fucking JJ, are you fucking blind? Am I talking to fucking radio over here? What are you doing?
Nice Cuba Gooding Jr. callback.
Very good.
Yeah, it's
co-starring Ed Harris. He's also in Star Wars. He's the coach in Star Wars too.
What is that? Radio 2?
Radio 2, Space Force.
God. I'm just waiting for the shit show of episode 9 because I know it's gonna be, but I just want to see what they did to make it a shit show.
Dude, the movie isn't finished. Shit show is an understatement.
That's treo.
God, there better be time travel. There better be weird incest, love siblings. Rose Tico trying to get it on with every guy that she sees. I don't know, like weird space animals that just don't make any sense, but they're there.
You joke, motherfucker, but again, the movie isn't finished. That could very well, that shit could happen. Fucking, we all thought Dark Fate was bad. Fucking Star Wars is like, yo.
No, Dion, you're the only one that thought Dark Fate was bad because you're the only one that saw it.
God damn it. I walked right into that one, too. I walked right into it. That was right on the fucking forehead on that one. I dropped my guard. On that one.
At least he didn't go see Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later in this show.
Oh god!
Oh, hold on, I'm getting a text from Elizabeth Banks about that movie. I'll read it. I'll read it when we get to the next segment. Oh wait, never mind. We're all pieces of shit.
God damn it, man.
I'm actually angrier because I didn't know this article existed until we were on the air.
It's bad, dude. It's really like, because we were all trying to be like, okay, well, we're gonna watch the movie, we'll see where it goes. It's gotten worse in the 3 weeks since we fucking said that. That's insane. That's not like and we're 4 funny motherfuckers. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just making the claim, change my mind. We're 4 funny dudes, but this is a joke that we couldn't even write. It's gotten worse in the 3 weeks since we made that fucking statement. We're gonna watch it. We want it to be good. It's way worse. This is as bad as we thought. It's worse, dude. It's worse. We're less than 30 days out, and the movie isn't fucking finished.
Dion, I'm gonna make a comment on November 21st, 2019 at 9:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It can't get any worse than it already is.
Oh,
you've tested the fate.
I
like your moxie, kid. I like your moxie, sir. I can't wait to see the fallout from that fucking call out to the universe. dude. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
You
did it. The news we get Monday is that Star Wars isn't finished, and the person get back 3 weeks, and you can't refund your tickets.
No, wait. The only thing. I shouldn't say the only thing that can be worse. I'll say the next tier because we got a lot of tiers to go before this shit ends. But the only tier, the next tier will be it's going to be pushed till sometime 2020. They won't even say fucking May. They'll be like sometime 2020. That's the next tier, I'm saying. But we've got some space. We got space where we're at, boys.
And then they're gonna go, oh wait, it's part 1 of 2, and then we're just like, Jesus, it'll never end.
Dude. That would be that like all of a sudden, it's part 1 or 2. That'd be like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yep, I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done.
Nope, not doing it. Not doing it, man.
No, I hate J.J. Abrams more and more every day that we talk about him.
Yeah,
but this is nice. At least we know Kathleen Kennedy is the reason why we had Rey and the Forced Agenda. We now know we can blame that idiot. Like, you're like, oh, you're just picking on her because she's a woman. No, she's the boss. And now, after the first interview of Kathleen Kennedy, we now know why Rey is what Rey is. This was the most planned out hijacking of Star Wars possible. And that's what they did. They duped everybody. They're like, hey, we're going to bring back Star Wars to its great form. No, you didn't. You didn't give me a compelling protagonist. Little Anakin Skywalker, played by Jake Lloyd, has more complexity than Rey, played by Daisy Ridley.
Mm-hmm. And they'd have some bullshit excuse. They wouldn't say it's a bad character, or no, they would say that. They wouldn't dare say, oh, well, you're just hating on him because it was a kid, blah 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 blah. They specifically say, well, George Lucas didn't write a great character, blah 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 blah. But Rey's armored out, bro. It ain't because she's a bad character. It's because we hated having a woman's perspective from the fucking universe. Blah, blah, blah. No, dummy, you guys fucking failed.
Yeah. Well, just how about Princess Leia? Like, she was cool.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, exactly. But they couldn't do that. They couldn't give us Princess Leia. Not ever.
Never.
Yeah, well, I blame Lucasfilm for why we lost Carrie. So fuck them.
Now, let's see what some of the listeners are saying. The Fixer says, not Star Wars, but the new Half-Life has been announced. Haha. Jeff, you need to watch the trailer for Half-Life Alex. Fans, back me up. Make Jeff see it.
Wait,
no, it's not 3, so that shit doesn't count. Don't be trying to fucking flip.
Okay, all right. So it's not Half-Life 3. It's Half-Life Alex.
It's Alex. Yeah, it's not even 3, which I guess is supposed to be a prequel. It's not a sequel.
So it's Half-Life Alexa. Will you say that out loud, Dion?
Half-Life Alexa. Hey, she didn't hear me. Okay, good.
Oh, dude, hold on. Never mind. I'm gonna send you guys a message. Tito Torres says Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy says it's hard to make Star Wars movies because there's no source material to follow. The president of Lucasfilm has no imagination. They
don't.
Ooh, that's a good point. That's a damn good point. Motherfucking no imagination.
Well, I mean, no, like
you get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars to run that damn, dude. Which and again, the eggs are in one basket. This is extra ammunition if this movie fucking fails. There's no way she walks away from this shit with a job. If this fails and you lied and you said that, we don't have any imagination, because there was nothing to draw from, fucking re-enjoy. Hey, that's
Dion,
fucking game over. Yeah.
Remember when they told you they cared about Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
They lied.
Oh, fuck you.
Well, I mean, if you look at this last year, I mean, especially with these remakes that have flopped, Hollywood hasn't had imagination in a long time.
No,
and that's the thing is, like, they keep doing reboots and remakes, and finally people are just tired of it. They're done. They don't want any more of it, regardless of if it's a female lead or a black lead or a white lead or a trans lead or whatever the hell the lead is. The franchises that you've picked to reboot and attach your agenda to are dead. Let them die. Move on.
Kill them if you have to.
Kill them,
Charlie's Angels
with fire.
Solo said that, and he was right in all the wrong ways.
Yep.
Because then they just say it was either Box Office Mojo or Forbes, but they were saying that this past weekend or the weekend before was the lowest opening weekend for a November debut in like 20-something years.
Yeah, well, I mean,
ever.
Well, yeah, this year's low in box office sales in general.
Right.
Like they called it, I think, in like August, like, yeah, because even with Endgame being the biggest movie ever, still this year's been crap. It's like, oh, okay, that's ridiculous. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder why.
It's hard to go to the movie anymore. Price isn't even an issue. There's just nothing worth seeing.
Right. Yeah, nothing. Not open. Sure, shit. Not open at night. I mean, for every multi-billion-dollar adventure like Avengers, you have movies that lose $120 million fucking dollars.
Well, I went and saw Rambo right away just because I was like, "Oh, that's good."
Oh yeah, no, same here.
Yeah,
well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like, what has to happen with the studio system is that they can't expect that $100 million plus will yield them the money and make them the money back. Like, they have to start kind of making things for less money.
But they do think that. That's what's so fucked up. They do think that.
Yeah. It's dumb. They're like, oh, 100, like they think like whatever money they put in is equated to the quality of the movie and the money that they're going to get out of it. It's like, that's not how that works.
Well, look at Joker. Joker cost what, $55 million to make? $1 billion picture.
Let me look at that.
I think it's the most profitable movie ever.
Shit, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Let's see.
Something like that.
I'm gonna check that right now. Actually, I'm really interested to look in that. Yeah, budget between 55 and 70 according to Wikipedia.
So, I mean, we're talking under $100 million, lowest, like probably the cheapest comic book movie made in a decade.
Yes,
probably.
Yes,
and it's one of the highest grossing. We're talking Aquaman numbers.
Yeah, highest grossing R-rated comic book movie. Like, so many things.
It's the highest grossing R-rated movie ever. Period.
Yep,
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Yeah,
so that's, like, I mean, which and before all the dummies out there, well, that wasn't original. But it was a pre-existing character, but it was an original fucking story that clearly deviated from the fucking source material.
Yeah, because as far as I know, that this Joker story is not a comic book or anything at all. It's just an original story.
Yep, and it's getting a sequel.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, me neither.
Just leave it. Just leave it. Yeah,
I'll give you that one.
Yeah, just leave it and move on. Don't make a part 2 because you're gonna fuck it up.
I mean, I'd be lying if I didn't say that I'd be interested to see what they do with this. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I love, because I saw it twice. As much as I fucking love Joker, man, I'm drinking the Kool-Aid on that one, man. I'll at least give him a shot.
Do you realize how many times Dustin went to see it?
Oh,
didn't he say 5 or 6?
8
on Facebook?
8?
Of course he did. Of course.
Jeez. Oh god, he must have jerked off every time.
Yeah, he gets what he deserves. I did love that movie though.
It was great.
I did too, man. I saw it twice. Maybe go see it again one time I got a day off. But it like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I 100% I'm gonna go see Joker 2. Depending, as long as it doesn't have a shit show showing like Star Wars has in the build up. But I'm interested,
dude. Tickets are still not sold out for that movie. You can still buy Thursday tickets.
Jesus. For Star Wars?
For Star Wars.
Jesus.
Yay. You can buy Thursday, December 19th tickets for Star Wars. Did you ever think you'd hear that in your life?
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's happening.
Mexi Man and Cheese sent in a $2 super chat with no message. Thank you very much. Dio Brando, this is my personal favorite one. Why couldn't Kathleen Kennedy be one of the dead Kennedys?
It's a spicy meatball right there, boys and girls.
Dion remembers me in my dead Kennedys days.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Did you wear guy liner and wear a lot of black?
No, I just liked the music and I had their T-shirt. That was it.
Oh, okay, all right. I was making sure.
Oh God, I'm not that
some goddamn sissy.
I wasn't My Chemical Romance,
or Bull from a Valentine.
Yeah. Oh God, or The Used. Come on now.
Jeez.
I have, a little bit of self-respect.
It's good to know.
Just a little. Acid Blade 21 has a question. Hey, Jeff, was wondering if you had heard about the FTC having YouTube implementation COPA to protect children. This will affect all content creators on YouTube. It goes into effect January 1st, 2020. Yes, I have heard that because YouTube has changed the way we all upload our content. So it used to be you could use the original way where you just uploaded it, put in your tags, boom, your video's up. Now I have an extra authentication step where I have to say this content is not for children and all this other stuff. And so,
yeah,
we've definitely seen that. I don't know how, because they say it's just to protect kids and it's going to hurt a lot of the creators that are in the middle ground that could be considered for kids or for adults. Clearly, our channel is not for kids.
We have never even tried to make anything for kids on our channel.
Well, with the word bullshit in the title of the channel, I think you're kind of it's obvious. It's like, hey, This is not for
yeah,
your
but
kids.
but even this is like it seems like this instead of every month or every week, now it's every day that YouTube has some sort of problem and we're hearing about it. Like it's insane, and this platform is going, I hate to say it's going downhill real fast. Real fast. And I don't know what's gonna happen to it. Is it just gonna be this sanitized thing that, you know, every time you make a video, it's going to be seen by human eyes and take a day to get uploaded, and once it's cleared by them or something? Like, what's going to happen? What's going to be the thing?
I don't think they can handle that.
The pitfall of worrying about advertiser friendly, man. You know, it's, and again, I'm never going to say that people should have brought this up when the idea of being a YouTube partner came up, but there was no questioning it. Everyone was just like, oh, cool, we get paid, you know, advertising money, that's great. But no one was like, hey, what's the long-term consequence of this shit? If YouTube is answering the Google and Google's answering the advertisers, you know, what does that mean for the people that are putting the shit out here? You know, especially when here we are in 2019 and fucking Will Smith essentially has been given keys to the fucking YouTube kingdom and was in goddamn YouTube Rewind last year. Yep. It's like, I think those are legit questions, Nick. Like, what the fuck where is this going? Because they still have no idea and no legitimate method of communicating with fucking YouTubers on their fucking rules.
Yeah, because what was it? Ivan Ortega lost his channel.
Whoa.
Yeah, I heard that recently. He put out a video and everything. I was just like, that's ridiculous, man. Like, it just out of nowhere, gone.
Well, because of the music stuff, what's his name? The dude that was doing all the hit music spoofs, he's on some random Chinese YouTube clone, and he moved to fucking China. What's his name? Fucking Blake Burns, whatever the fuck the guy's name is.
That's crazy.
You know, he randomly went to China's YouTube. And it's like, it's because of all, you know, which I get the copyright stuff, you know, I get that kind of, you know, but all his movies got fucking demonetized, and he had tens of millions of views on his fucking on his YouTube channel.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna have to be some sort of shift to something for there to be change, because YouTube can't last, and I don't think it's gonna last. So
it needs to be competition.
Yeah, competition to a point, because competition right now amongst the streamers is getting a little ridiculous.
No, I meant competition between platforms.
Oh, I agree with that. Definitely, there has to be some competition, because for there to just be a monopoly over uploading videos is just insane. The fact that YouTube has that, it's ridiculous.
Deadeye, thank you very much. He says, Dion, I know you're tempted, but don't watch Charlie's Angels. Terminator was far enough.
Smart ass.
Dio Brando says, screw family. I need Dion in a turkey suit.
Shit. I don't know. We might have to do that again.
TLJ Screwjob says, Kathleen Kennedy loves Star Wars like Dion loved Dark Fate. He's not wrong.
Yeah. Oh man,
accurate statement.
I go from one white woman apparently to the next, and my evolution was to a shitty fucking movie that I didn't even see.
You did it to yourself. Deadeye,
I got what I fucking deserved.
Yes. What happens when you support a shitty franchise just because you're a old white woman?
No, that wasn't how it happened. Let me explain.
Deadeye says, also, all of you are awesome. Thank you. This is one of my favorite channels and my intro to the fandom menace. Never stop bringing entertainment to the internet. I wish that all of you have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you.
We can.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Won't stop.
Do we all have Thanksgiving plans, Dion? Are you cooking at Diane's?
Yep, cooking at Diane's, and apparently a bunch of family may or may not come up, so we could have anywhere between 7 of us to like 12. So I'm pretty fucking stoked.
Is Uncle Peppy one of those family members?
Yep, him and Haley are coming up, and dude, I think we're gonna smoke a turkey again this year and see what the fuck goes down. I'm getting drunk and watching football and cooking with fire, bitch.
I hope Uncle Peppy comes up for New Year's.
He said because I hung out. We went to a Bulls Pistons game last night, and he said that was the plan. So I'm hoping that stays the same.
I'll be there for a good long while to see him. So
I'm pumped, dude.
I'm never leaving Michigan, Dion. That's my secret.
My man.
I'm coming back.
Get my man a white girl with a big booty, and the stars will align.
Yeah, well, I got that. So it's
Oh
time to
God. I love it. I love it. Oh man.
Nick, Thanksgiving plans? You're going to Tennessee?
Yeah, but I'm going to Tennessee. Well, I had a Friendsgiving thing last weekend with some friends from Nashville. I drove there, hung out with them, and we ate turkey. And just they even gave me a platter full of leftovers. So I've been eating that for this whole week.
Ooh,
But yeah, when I go home, it's Thanksgiving with my family, with some friends, and then another Friendsgiving thing with some other friends as well. So yeah, a lot of turkey, a lot of eating.
well, you gotta have a lot of mayonnaise for those turkey legs, bro.
Oh yeah.
I went to Sam's. I'm good.
Kendo, what do you got planned? Anything fun?
My dad and I are supposed to do something.
Oh, okay.
Kind of making it up as we go.
Drive your asses up to Michigan if you guys ain't doing shit.
See what
baby. We got space.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
I want to cancel my plans.
No
and go to Michigan.
I was gonna ask what you were doing, but like I said, that's the plan, man. So I mean, obviously the invitation is to all my homies, but
well, I'll be there for New Year's for sure to spend my favorite holiday with my family. That's technically not legally my family, but they've adopted me.
That should totally become a new thing, new tradition. Thanksgiving at Dion's.
I'm just saying, man. You know the area. You used to drive it up here. It's we got space, baby.
I'm going to Philadelphia to see Jesse's family, to meet them. So I'm just like, oh, I hope they accept me. I cannot wait to
hear the story from that shit.
I know, me too. I just because he's gonna randomly message us something while he's there. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
Well, you know where I'm going.
God damn, it's gonna be entertaining.
Yeah,
you know where I'm going next Saturday, right?
Oh, where are you going next Saturday?
Ethan's house for dinner.
Oh.
Yeah, he invited us over, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, man, it'd be fun to hang with the guy in person. Well, again. So, yeah.
So, Dion has made the grave error of seeing Terminator: Dark Fate.
God damn it!
And now Nick willingly went to see Charlie's Angels.
Yeah,
Carlos's Angels.
Yeah, I did.
Oh shit!
Wouldn't it be Angels des Carlos or something?
Yeah, des Carlos.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, no, I admitted it. I saw it. I saw it for free though. I didn't pay for a fucking ticket, just so we're clear.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, I can't.
Thank you, Dr. Meatball. I read that comment. That's so what's gonna fucking happen?
Oh jeez. Yeah, because once again, hearing the controversy, hearing people's reviews and everything like that, I got morbidly curious. So I was like, you know what? I got some time. I'm going to go see how bad this is. And it was bad.
Elaborate,
it was.
Please.
Yeah. The beginning, hearing Kristen Stewart's character talk to the Asian guy you see in the trailer. She's saying this stuff about women and women doing things like that, and he's basically very misogynist towards her. He's like, "Oh, women have places, but I want you by my side," and things like that. And she's like slowly coming to the point where she's gonna kick his ass, and she ties him up, and then the other girl, Jane, the tall dark-haired girl, comes in with other angels as well, which is weird because there's more of them than there should be because we're used to seeing 3, and there's 10 of them, and they all take down all the henchmen in this room, and then they all jump off the building, and the beginning starts. And instead of there being a normal, you remember the beginning for the first one where it was the 3 girls and their past and everything they did to become an angel, kind of all the weird vignettes they had, which was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
This is 5 minutes of just girls doing things like skateboarding and jumping and playing basketball, and then it's Charlie's Angels.
What?
I was like, okay, this is weird. Why is this a thing? Why is there no funny, cool stuff happen? Okay, whatever. That happened. Then you see the Angels. What was it? Their lair where they work out and they punch stuff and they're working. They're doing their thing. They're preparing for a mission. And what you find out is that there are several Bosleys. and Bosley is like the protector of three girls that have been trained to become angels. And the towns and agencies worldwide now. There's one in like every major, city across the world. And the person who's done that and made that as big as it is Patrick Stewart's character, John Bosley. And the weird thing is the Bosleys have numbers to distinct themselves from each other, and his is 001.
Oh,
I'm not kidding. I'm glad
this movie failed.
Yeah, like as soon as he said that to like activate something in the movie, I was like, okay, fine.
Fuck you, Elizabeth Banks. Seriously.
Yeah.
All the fucking gall you had. Oh, that fucking.
Well, even then, like one of the bad guys is named Peter Fleming, and he's like, well, here's the thing, like the guy playing him is Nat Faxon. He's like a really kind of dopey looking dude. He's pretty funny, but he's playing like the boss of this company who's who is very forward with this employee who's who has a problem with the program that's going on in the movie, Elena. And he tries to hit on her and tells her, it's like, listen, you don't get it. I know what I'm doing. You just go do your thing. It's okay. And even then, the threat that they created this movie, you don't see it happening, and you're not intimidated by it to the point where, it becomes like, oh shit, they need to get this done. It just becomes like this thing they talk about. You see it happen once, and it's kind of uneventful. And you're just kind of like, oh, okay, like one guy died from this thing that happened. Or like it basically like these little spheres that somehow create power, which they never fucking explain how they create power. They just create power. Don't know how. But because of the programming and the microwaves they use or whatever, it can be programmed to like become a human EMP and take out a person by giving them a seizure and killing them. Which you see it happen once again uneventfully when they're trying to escape the facility, and it's just kind of like, okay, it killed a dude, but it wasn't like his head exploded or something. He's dead, but like it's not that bad. It's only, like it was really, really weird the way they were playing it off. And like kind of like in the what is it, the last Mission Impossible movie, they were dealing with nukes and plutonium. Like that's horrible, powerful shit. You know what that is.
Right.
This is this new technology that you see once, like very lightly, and they never like go further on it. It's really strange. Kristen Stewart's character is just kind of trying to be funny, and she's very clearly like the lesbian of the group because she's hitting on all the girls and like wants all the girls. It's like, okay, cool, whatever, that's awesome, fine, what doesn't matter,
I mean, isn't that a sexual harassment in the workplace?
I would think so.
Yeah, like, honestly, didn't Elizabeth Banks talk about that shit like 2 years ago or whatever? And it's like, oh, well, that's a character trait now. Like,
yeah, but like and also the first two movies with the first Charles Daniels movies are canon because this is a continuation of that because they show John Bosley, Patrick Stewart's character, taking pictures with them and being with the original angels from the old show and like things like that. Like it's really fucking horrible Photoshop. It's really bad Photoshop. They don't show him. They don't show him. As far as I know, they didn't show him. Like it could have been like a blink and you miss it kind of thing, but I didn't think think it was in there. This
whole movie is a blink and you miss it kind of thing.
But yeah, well, like it's weird because like there's one point where the building blows up because they've been betrayed because they've been double crossed or whatever, because that's how the fucking movies work. Kristen Stewart's character is like knocked out because the whole building's collapsed on her, and the other girl Jane has to take her to a hospital and she's crying over it. It's like, she's my friend and things like that. It's like you hated each other like 30 minutes ago, which was like a few days ago, and it's like now you're friends because you kind of work together. Like the relationships they try to build in this movie don't make sense because there's even one between Edgar Bosley, played by I can't say his name for the life of me. Demond Housen or whatever, Houso, or I don't know how to say his name. The guy from
Sanford and Son?
No, I don't. Yeah, thank you, Demond Housu. Yeah, that's what it is. I was like, it's weird. He and Jane, like, you see them working out a couple times, and then like he dies, and she's like distraught over his death. She's like, oh, he taught me everything. I learned all my moves from him and this, that, and the other. It's like, we saw you fight for like 10 seconds. How do we know that you've known him further than this? Like, we don't know anything about this. And it becomes her mission to like kill the assassin that killed him. It's like, Why? We didn't know that you knew him this well. It doesn't make any sense at all. So like, yeah, some of the Bosleys are dudes, some of the Bosleys are females, but like, it's just a distinction for somebody to take care of like 3 other agents or whatever. That's pretty much what it is. But most of the Bosleys you see and you interact with are dudes. It's weird. Even the guy you see in like the white shirt who's like who's slapping the mince out of chick's hands in the trailer. He's like a guy who takes care of them, who does like makes her food and like, you know, gives them therapy or whatever shit like that. Like he's a dude who helps them out. It's fucking weird. Whatever. They get to a part where like it becomes really fucking convoluted who the double agent is and who's fucking over who and what's happening. It's like, and it just doesn't make sense and it doesn't really coalesce very well, and it's just really fucking weird. There's a part where Elena the
Autumn Carter.
God, I wish
Tim Burton was in this.
Oh, jeez. It would make it at least visually interesting. But like, Elena's been kidnapped, and the 2 girls are trying to go get her, and they know where she is because, you know, they've given her like a fucking tracker or something. And they go to a party, and like they go to this party to go try to rescue their friend, this girl who is like, you know, in fucking mortal danger. And then then all of a sudden they want to dance for like 10 seconds and then go back to doing their job. It's like, what? Why are you doing this? What the fuck?
Is it as woke as everyone says it is?
Okay, there are a few woke scenes here and there. It's just bad all around, in all honesty. It's not a good movie. It's not. There are woke scenes at the beginning. The thing with the 5 minutes with the girls and that, and then at the end, like, I don't know if you call that woke, but at the end they have like these females, you know, like, you know, training the new girl. They got the girl who was in NASCAR. They have her training her how to drive. They have Ronda Rousey training her to fight, you know, to, you know, get her fighting up and things like that.
But that's stupid.
Wait, did you say Ronda Rousey?
Yeah, Ronda Rousey. Yeah,
she was the angels.
Yeah, she was training the new girl, Elena, to, you know, to be an angel. So that she was her fight trainer for like a 20-second scene towards the end. Like the end scenes felt like the end scenes, they kept doing more, like a few end scenes here and there. They'd show like credits and then do another end scene. So like they really wanted a part 2. They thought they were going to make money. They thought they were going to blow it out of the water. They thought they were going to have it. And I was just like, you have no idea what the fuck you did. Because the way the ending ends is just like they thought that they guaranteed themselves a part 2. I was like, oh, you poor bastards. But yeah, like the movie's convoluted. It's really bad. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Like even when they're trying to steal the stuff from the lab, the little things that make energy, that whole scene lasts too long. It takes too long to do, and it's too complicated. Like I don't know what happened, but it's just not fun and not fun to watch. It really isn't.
So, what do you think of Elizabeth Banks' statements about, you know, attacking guys
Lord.
and blaming us and all this shit?
Would you call it
here's
a Banks statement?
Here's the thing.
Shut up.
Well, here's the thing. First of all, you're making a movie for women by women, and you're like, women should come out and watch it. This is not. And I don't know if did she say it wasn't meant for dudes, or what was the?
No, one thing she said was saying that the reason why Wonder Woman and the not Alita, whatever, but she said that they work because they were in a male's medium or something.
Well, also, I mean, Wonder Woman's been around since the 80s, like, you know, on TV and stuff.
70s. I was like, the
Sorry,
70s,
dude.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, no, I mean, in the major public eye, you know, like people watch the show. In the 70s, and like, you know, it came on as reruns, and she's been in cartoons and things like that. So she's constantly been in the public eye and, you know, been refreshing our minds over and over again. That's fine. But like, even then, like, how do you talk shit about that? Like, you're mad because your movie didn't make money. Now you're going to bitch about that. It's like, be happy it happened. Be happy it made a lot of money. Like, well, I'm sorry that the reboot or remake you did for a boring ass franchise that nobody really wanted to begin with didn't work out. You picked the wrong one, bitch.
Ooh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Goddamn.
I'm so like, no, she picked the wrong one and then did so much work for it because like she's the producer, she's the director, she was in the goddamn movie. She was even like she's a major character in the movie. She's not just like a side character you see every now and again. She's in the fucking movie all the time.
She's that Bosley, right?
Yeah, she's Bosley, and like there's no other name for her, just Bosley. And it's weird because like you did all this work. and you didn't think about like the repercussions, or if the people even wanted it. You didn't like think that people wanted another one, because in all honesty, the first two that came before this are masterpieces compared to this one.
Oh my, even Full Throttle?
Yeah. Because Full Throttle is at least like background noise for me to like clean dishes while like, I clean dishes. That's what it really is.
Still a stretch.
Yeah, like it's okay for you to use it for that because I know it's happening in it. But the first one, because even look, think about the way the first one started. You had them on an airplane, and then like the whole they get the terrorists, and the mask comes off because it's not LL Cool J, it's one of the girls. But like even that beginning sequence where you have like the old music, and then Charlie's voice come over and describe the angels, like they're doing stuff, and you see them doing missions and things. It's like an opening for the old show, but it was all done comedically. It was all done with tongue-in-cheek humor. None of it was taken that seriously ever. It was all really funny and fun. This one, they tried going serious, and like some of the CG that happens in the beginning scene with them, like with the car going into the water and coming out and things like that, was just really bad. And just, I don't know, man. Like, it was strange the way they did some stuff, and it just, I don't know. It just didn't track. Like, they were not a cohesive unit. They were just like three women just doing stuff and trying to survive. It didn't make sense.
So is this at the bottom of your list of TV adaptations?
Yeah, man, it is. It is, because like nobody wanted this. Nobody asked for more of this. Kind of like the new Tomb Raider. Nobody wanted. Nobody asked for it. Why you did it is beyond me. And then you get mad at people. Then you get mad when it bombs, and you blame dudes who don't want to watch it. It's like, what do you want from us? It's not for us, but yet you blame us when we don't go out and support it. Like, what the fuck do you want?
Right. Well, and I think the other side of that too is, especially, and again, because she invested so much, and I get all that, but clearly, Lizzie didn't know when to shut the fuck up.
I mean, she's in all honesty, she's a good actress, and I mean, I think she's funny in general, but like, I know you're angry about this, and it sucks that it bombed, but once again, you didn't do research. You didn't look into it. You had your moment when Hollywood were like, you wanted to make a movie, and I guess you pushed too hard and you made this thing. And that's the problem, is it's like you pushed it's like you have that dry shit after you drank too much, the next morning. Right. This is what that is. This is that dry shit where it takes you 20 minutes extra to get it out because there's no water in your body. This is what this is.
Sandy diarrhea.
Yeah, this is what this is.
People are saying it's like Ocean's 8. I forgot Ocean's 8. Was Ocean's 8 this year or last year?
That was last year.
It was last year.
Okay. I forgot that movie existed.
But once again, I didn't pay for this. I went to watch it out of more curiosity. Yeah, make fun of me, berate me. I don't give a fuck, whatever. I was curious and I wanted to watch it.
Dude, you took one for the team.
Yeah. I did. And I told you guys as well. I was like, I don't care, because like I just couldn't tell. I could have just not told you and just been like, oh yeah, it sucked. I hated it. No, I watched it because I was fucking morbidly curious, and I just was like, yep, this is just not good in general. Yeah, there are woke moments. There are a few here and there, but like the women rely on some of the guys as well for things, and it's just kind of like, if that wasn't the case, you'd have all women everywhere. It just was weird. And like there were like even there's one security guard who's trying to who's really forward with the Elena character. Like as soon as her car, like she goes to check into her work, as soon as her card comes up, and he's in the security area, as soon as her card comes up in the security thing, he goes outside and like gives her a pat down with the wand. And it's really creepy and uncomfortable, because like this guy's a creepy looking dude, and I'm just like, this is really horrible and odd. Like, what the fuck? And then when she leaves, he's like, oh, you should smile more.
What the fuck?
Jesus. Brie Larson, did she get involved with this movie?
Yeah.
I don't know, but I was just like, what's going on, man? What are you doing?
At least you admitted to seeing the movie, unlike Dion with Terminator Dark Fate.
Yeah. Damn it.
Why won't my best friend be honest with me? How can we continue our friendship? It's built on lies.
How did this become about me? I haven't said anything yet.
Isn't it always?
Oh my god. Yeah, but I took one for the team, and oh man, jeez.
Well, thank you.
I should have brought a flask with me. It would have been more entertaining.
Well, I just like that's just so weird too, because she's been swinging for the fences, right? And typically that's what happens when someone has got taken an ass whooping, and they're just swinging as hard as they fucking can, trying to counterpunch. And it's like at no point has anyone said, well, Elizabeth, the movie wasn't good. Say what you want about dude properties and what did she say right before the movie release? Guys, we go see their movie, they should come and see this movie. It's like that's not how you sell a movie. Like what?
No. When you divide your audience, even just by male and female, you're dividing your audience. Don't do that, right? Because once again, show business people keep forgetting about show business, the business in the show business name. They keep forgetting about that. It's like quit, and I love the fact that the leftist agenda politics of Hollywood is just kind of like, well, women and men. It's just like, listen, you had the Me Too movement like 2 years ago. All right, racism and things like that have been going through Hollywood for hundreds of years. You have a lot of shit to work out. All right, it ain't gonna happen overnight. I'm sorry, but don't do it like this, where every movie is an agenda. Because as you've seen from this year, nobody's gonna go fucking watch it.
No, 2019 is the year the only thing woke about it is the audience woke up to their bullshit. Terminator failed. Charlie's Angels failed.
Star Wars is going to fail.
We can hope.
Well, yeah. And I mean, the thing is that the first Charlie's Angels, at least it was coherent and you believe they were like a team. You believed they were together. This one is just kind of like they had like, and oh man, they do so many B-roll fucking shots of whatever city they're in, like Istanbul or like London or whatever. They do so much like these wide city shots, like to show you the money they spent to make this movie in this area. It's like, we don't fucking care. We do not care. Make a good movie. There are people who can make good movies in their fucking garages, and you can't make one with $100 and some odd million, whatever the fuck this movie was worth.
Yeah, that's what's fucking crazy.
Hold on, let's see this. Budget 48 to 55.
Oof.
Now this had the almost same budget as Joker. to kind of equate that a little bit. So yeah, so people think about that.
Well, Joker was a toxic male, and they had all those incels going in the movie.
Oh yeah. So many people got shot up. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the thing is like you had this compelling character. Yeah, once again, it's a comic book character, but the comic book stuff took up, I want to say, 10% of the movie. It was a few callbacks here and there, but it wasn't a big crux of like it leaned on that. It never did. This and well, also like for this being 48 to 55, 55 might be, I don't know, it may have been 70 honestly with advertising and everything like that, because they advertised the shit out of this.
I've heard that they cut a lot of the advertising, because I've been reading comment sections and people were like, I didn't even know this movie came out. I didn't know it was a thing. And I'm like, I've seen a couple trailers online or like ads when I'm making videos, but there wasn't a huge presence for this film. It came out too late.
Well, and the thing is that, like, once again, it's a reboot and nobody wanted it. Nobody was clamoring for a new Charlie's Angels. Like, that was not a thing people wanted. No. If she wanted to make a female spy movie, then make her own female spy movie.
That's hard, but that's in the male dominated section of movies, bro. I gotta write my own.
Plus, there's no source material to go off.
Well, I mean, look at
comic or anything like that to make spy movies.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at Salt, or look at like Atomic Blonde,
or Red Sparrow,
Oh God,
bad example.
But no, okay, at least Red Sparrow was like a comparable spy movie. I watched that one as well, and like I got why people didn't like it. It was fucking slow and just boring as well. Even that had an agenda for being like placed in the fucking 80s or whatever. Like, it just didn't make sense. It's just weird. And you didn't get to see Jennifer Lawrence naked. She was just like there, but it was like blurred in the background. It was awkward.
Yeah, there's plenty of that stuff on the internet already.
I know. Yeah, so it was, I don't know, like, once again, like, Atomic Blonde was really good. I really enjoyed that movie. It was fun as shit. Russia in the 80s. It's crazy.
Cocaine and vodka.
Yeah, man, cocaine and vodka. And plus, there was a lesbian sex scene.
Ooh.
Between her and the henchwoman from Kingsman 1.
Oh, the henchwench?
Oh,
yeah.
The henchwench.
Yeah, because they kept showing that in the trailers, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to enjoy this movie. Because I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it anyways because it looked interesting. And then they added that, and I was like, yeah, it's going to be awesome. And that scene was nice and long. It's good. I loved it. But yeah, I mean, this whole virtue signaling bullshit of like, oh, we don't like strong female characters, strong female roles, strong female movies. It's like, no, we do, but we need a story. We need the character arc to to get to like them. You can't just expect us to like them just because they are female or respect them just because they are female. If that's all the character is, then that's below one-dimensional, and it's just the lowest common denominator, and it won't sell anything, and we're not going to like it.
Well, what about Bond? That's going to be the next one that they're trying to infuse this shit into. James Bond 25, A Good Day to Die Hard. Wait, no.
Die Hard Another Day.
What's it called? No Time to Die?
No Time to Die, yeah. No Time to Die.
No Time to Argue. Throw me the idol. I'll throw you the whip. No time for look, Jones.
Yeah, because I'm curious about that. I wanted to see what happens with that, but I think I don't know, that idea just made I don't know what they're gonna do with it. I can do all kinds of weird stuff.
They can do it in Mission Impossible. Like, those characters.
No, that's fine because those characters are like, once again, his team keeps changing. It's fine. And even then, you had a lady spy in that in the last 2 movies.
Oh yeah, Rebecca Ferguson.
Yeah, she's a lady spy.
Ooh, it's a lady.
You know, she's doing good. She's attractive. She's hot. She's British and white and brunette. So I don't know.
She's also in Doctor Sleep, which failed.
Oh yeah,
oh really?
Yeah, it did not do well, dude.
So I could tell by the trailer I saw for that. I was like, "This,
dude,
is
it's
not
weird
really
because
good.
all the movies coming out now are just failing like a lot. It's just like that's really rough. I wanted to see Doctor Sleep. I don't know. See what happens with that. I do want to see Ford and Ferrari. I want to see that one roll back.
That
really
looks
looks
like
cool.
It'd be good.
Yeah.
It was good. We went and saw this past weekend. It was awesome.
You mean when you saw Terminator a second time?
Fuck you.
Dude, come on, Jeff. You know it was his 3rd time.
Oh shit.
God damn it.
Jeez.
By the
Oh,
way, there's
feature
somebody in the chat with the screen name Atomic Half Lives Matter. Just want to give you a shout out for an excellent screen name.
Atomic. Oh my god, Atomic Half-Lives Matter. That is, damn. So many levels. So many.
You
levels.
win the internet tonight.
Yeah, man. That's a good damn name.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, Nick, obviously it's going to be below a 9. What are you going to give Charlie's Angels?
Can I get a 0, sir?
You can. We can do zeros.
Okay.
Yeah, zeros are allowed.
It gets a 0 because
Damn.
it's boring. It's useless. It adds nothing to the whole Charlie's Angels bullshit. And the fact that it was made the fact that it gotten made is just shows how inept and like how far Hollywood has fallen from the audience. They don't listen to the audience, and then when the audience speaks, they call us white male sociopaths or whatever. Like, it's just like, you want us to give you money, but you keep calling us names. This is like some weird dominatrix bullshit that we're not paying for. Like, what's happening here?
Yeah,
You know, like it's the strangest thing because like we're not buying. Like, as soon as they make something, they expect it to make money. Like, I'm sorry. The last 10 years have been like, amazing for you, but we're done with the same old bullshit. That's why Endgame made so much money, because that was our big fucking release, our big fucking load we shot off. Like, we don't care. We're done. Like the movie I'm looking forward to the next is Jumanji 2.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome.
People are giving it a negative 100.
That's fine. You give it that. I mean, it's not that bad. It is a 0 though, because like I'm not going to buy and watch it again or anything. Like, it was just like,
it's not that bad. It's a 0. Can we get that on the DVD box?
Yes.
Do we consider ourselves press yet?
yeah, we are.
Absolutely.
I would think so.
Yeah, because like negative 100 is like, I don't know. There's some movies I've seen that are negative 100, like Mother.
0 out of 10. It's not that bad.
Oh God, you can take that. You can take that quote to the bank.
They can't.
No.
No, they can't. Oh God, yeah. Oh man, it was it was a shit show. It was just boring as hell. Like the whole thing was fucking convoluted, man. This just didn't make sense. Didn't do anything.
Did you see what Paul Feig said about this?
Yeah, he got, dude. His little
say?
his little dick got hard too because it didn't make any money.
He was
What'd he
going
say?
after fans. Hold on, let me pull it up for you.
Jesus, he can't fucking help. You didn't even make this movie, dude. Shut up.
Way to fight a battle you lost 3 years ago.
Yeah, dude. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Like, just you're not helping. If there's one voice where someone has a movie that's failing, the last thing they're gonna call is fucking Paul Feig, dude. Come on.
Well, the best part is Paul Feig wrote this in regards to a tweet. It says, anti-male virtue signaling? God, you guys are boring. So a movie starring a woman has an agenda. A movie starring men is just a movie. We got it. And then Paul Feig didn't have the balls to keep the tweet active. He deleted it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are some movies about
spineless little pussy.
We'll see, like, once again, there are movies that star women that don't have an agenda that people watch and are good, like Aliens. That stars a woman, and we all love it. Huh? How did that happen?
Jeez, man, it's like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Yes, that's an agenda. Do you not know what that means in the context that we just use it, Paul? You don't understand that? It's an agenda. If it's just males, there's fucking male agenda movies that don't fucking do shit. You know, it's not about them be any agenda. People don't pay to have you lecture them. That's not why I go to the goddamn movie.
Yeah, you go to see Terminator Dark Fate 8 times.
Fuck you. I will not stand for this betrayal. But
yeah, you'll sit down to watch Terminator Dark Fate.
I did not. No. Negative.
That was the score, Terminator Dark Fate.
God damn. Just keep coming.
At least next week,
Dion, every time he saw Linda Hamilton in Terminator Dark Fate. There we go.
Oh my God.
At least next week, next week we won't be here, but in 2 weeks, Dion will be able to tell us which movie he liked better, Terminator Dark Fate or Charlie's Angels.
Don't put me with the Charles Angels bullshit. I didn't even
Charles Angels.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this movie is Charles Angels. This ain't even Charlie's Angels.
No. That reminds me. There's a part that I thought was really dumb and just retarded. beyond most of the movie. Okay. Beyond most of the movie. Hold on. Like this is kind of like the crux of it being an agenda movie, I think. Like I just remembered it now. I'm sorry. One thing that Patrick Stewart's character says, you know, is like, oh, because he goes into retirement and gets kicked out of the agency because he's too old. He says in the movie, you know, at some point he's like, oh, I wanted to take over the agency myself, but I got taken out once. Because Charlie, he basically says, like, once Charlie died, I wanted to take over the agency and make it my own, but that didn't happen. I got, like, you know, kicked out or whatever. I got retired. And what you see at the end is that Charlie is a woman just speaking through a computer voice modulator.
Lame.
And that's how you get the voice. I'm just like, why did you do that?
Wow.
What is this?
Wow. That was a decision that they made. Holy
and the weird thing is, like, the picture that you see on the desk of that woman is the one from the first movie with Drew Barrymore and those girls. That's a picture you see, like, on the desk next to the computer. It's like, oh, I know that picture. That's weird.
Was Bernie Mac?
No,
picture?
No. There was no callback to Bernie Mac either.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Of course not, because, you know, Elizabeth Banks, she swear to God it was just because it was dudes, but we're gonna pay homage, but not to Bernie Mac, you know, a comedian that was groundbreaking and beloved by so many people, fans and industry members alike. Fuck me.
Yeah.
Real quick, I'd like to cut in. There was just a Star Wars ad on my TV.
Same here.
And did you notice that at the bottom it said this film not yet rated?
I was gonna comment on that. I swear to God, it's like your second.
Yeah, I saw that as well for something, and I'm just kind of like, you are like less than a month out, and you're not rated yet.
Well, the only thing I can think of is that typically, you know, they gotta get the movie rated. The MPAA has to watch the movie, I think, and then take
correct.
notes on.
No, you're correct. They have to watch the movie to
take notes on, you know, what kind of bad things pop up, like fuck, shit, balls, cock, and stuff like that, and, you know, raging erections. So clearly they haven't been able to watch the completed movie yet, because you can't pull the Hucklebuck on them and send in the movie. They watch it and then you turn around and release a different cut of the movie.
Yeah, they'll take it out of theaters, or they'll pull their rating, right?
Yeah, they'll pull the rating, and then theaters have to pull it, or else they can get in trouble and stuff like that. So that means we're a month out, less than a month out. Today's the 21st. That movie comes out in
19th.
Yeah, the 19th. So 30 days, however the math works out with, you know, the dates. So that means they haven't seen, the MPAA hasn't watched a full cut of this movie yet, which means they haven't been delivered an entire cut of this movie yet.
No. Remember, the movie isn't finished.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is it gets credence to that thing, because, you know, when we say the movie's not done, they're like, oh, it's done. Clearly,
JJ said it in an interview that it's not finished. He admitted it that it's not finished.
But that interview was done back in October, and still they're not done. So this movie could be the clusterfuck we all think it's going to
be. Yeah, jeez, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how this pans out, man. This is getting hot.
You know, what if it's rated R?
Ooh, if it's a rated R Star Wars movie, it'll still make $8.
Oh.
It's like, what are we going to see? A Rey boob? Like, I'm not going to pay money to see a Rey boob. Like, we've seen decapitations. Okay.
What if we do get what I said last year, which is Clam Slam, a Star Wars story? Rey and Tico, the scissoring on, Endor.
A Mustafar scissoring?
Yes.
Some like it hot.
And some sweat when the heat is on. What if it's like a Therm Scissor Punch type of situation?
Oh, my God.
They boil him alive and eat him.
I couldn't imagine an R-rated Star Wars film.
Well, I mean, you might have been even seeing one because it's not rated at all yet. So I mean, that's
all I can say is at the beginning of this show, I was thinking to myself, just because we see Star Wars doesn't mean there won't be videos to be made about Star Wars Episode 9.
Right.
Oh yeah, there'll be plenty, especially if it's R-rated. Those force Skype calls. It's Ben Swallow there, except for he's wearing no pants and walking around, dick swinging one way, ball swinging the other.
Don't give him that much credit.
I love Friday.
Oh God, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this movie because it's every time we're trying to give it some hope, but it just keeps crushing it every time.
Oh, there's no hope
every time. I'm just like, no, just everything is gone. It's all turned to dust.
That's when I thought you couldn't be any dumber.
Yeah, like they've burned it down, pissed in the ashes, and salted the earth. Like nothing will ever grow there.
That's what Crate was. That we knew about this 2 years ago in The Last Jedi. Oh, it's salt. Fuck it.
Goddamn salt every fucking time. Oh, jeez.
There's a guy in the chat named Byron Candy Ass Lape. From now on, we should call him,
right?
We should call him Channel Dad Byron Lape because it bothers him.
Yep.
Yeah, I think we should. It is decided.
Whoa, that went in. He's our DD.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Candy ass Lape.
We're gonna go back and read some super chats. We're a little behind. We got maybe one more thing to cover. 13 Roger says, well, Star Wars 9 is dead on arrival. I was wondering, what are your thoughts on the future of Star Wars? The fandom's future lies in the past, and I'm praying that Kathleen is disposed of before they tackle Knights of the Old Republic. Okay, I like your wording. Kathleen is disposed of. I wouldn't mind seeing we drop her down a trash compactor.
Yeah.
Shut down all the garbage mashers on the detention level. Kathleen Kennedy got stuck, and they just speed it up. I'm like, oops, sorry. No Jabba, no bother.
Smash that trash now! God damn it! Now!
Fucking Al Pal shows up on the desk.
Or whatever. We'll get Reginald Vell Johnson a cameo.
I'm sure it costs like $18.
Probably. Who knows?
We should get him on the show.
He's our number one get. Reginald Vell Johnson.
Ooh. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen because they don't have anything planned for a while, right? Like after this, like there's more. Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure they're going to see how the show goes, and depending on how that goes, they might start making 2 and 3 season 2 and 3 out of it or whatever. So, but I don't know. I don't think she's part of the future of it. I think she's going to get fired or taken down or no. What's going to happen is she's going to be they're going to make some other she's going to be in charge of the Fox stuff or whatever. After
Don't say that.
They're not going to fire her because it's going to look bad regardless. They're not
going to let her retire with grace and dignity.
They're not even going to do that because they're going to know that looks bad too. They're going to port her to another department. That's what they're going to do.
Maybe they should make her in charge of make her a janitor just like Finn.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? If she was the reason behind Rey being the strong focal female character, how come she made the black guy a joke?
We say that all the time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but we now have all the information from that.
Yep.
Well, even John Boyega himself was mad at that. He's like, well, why don't I have more lines? What's going on here?
She didn't know about any of the books that had him in it with more lines.
Oh. Yeah, she was concentrated on the female part that she forgot about, the other people.
The other Kim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uncultured Barbarian says Tom Arnold is Frederick Douglass.
Yes.
Sure.
Hey, partner, have a good one. Okay. TLJ Screwjob says thank you. Leslie Jones is Patton instead of George C. Scott.
Oh
God. We would have lost the war.
We already did.
This is a great screen name, Polybius21. He says, you guys are legendary. I never get to tune in live, but I've been subscribed since early 2017. Keep up the good fight. Hail the fandom menace.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Early 2017. Yep. That was before Kendo was on the show.
Yeah.
The Wild West days where the show wasn't that good.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve.
God. The fact that we listened to the Steve Harvey episode on the way back from New Orleans made me want to curl up into a ball and jump out the window.
Yeah.
Dion, are you excited about our WrestleMania tickets?
Dude, I can't wait, man. I can't fucking wait.
So the official plan is we're going to drive.
Yep.
So, Kendo, if you want to come here, if you're going on the trip with us, just come here and I'll drive you.
Okay.
Nick, we'll pick you up on the way.
Cool, man.
Yeah, and it'll just be the 6 of us because Joel's flying in.
Just shoot me some dates.
I will shoot you dates as soon as you want them. We'll figure it out.
Right.
Mexi Man and Cheese says Genghis Khan played by Clint Eastwood. Go ahead. They just start screaming and fucking.
Oh my god.
I mean, they tried it with
R.
John
Nathaniel
Wayne
says,
and inadvertently killed half the crew.
And John Wayne.
Oh. That's a nice callback to the earlier days of the show as well. Episode 1, Loudy called in as John Wayne.
Oh, I remember that shit. God damn, dude.
You didn't like me as a Mongolian partner or pilgrim or whatever the hell he said. R. Nathaniel has a great casting choice. Owen Wilson is Malcolm X.
Wow.
Well, hold on. Dio Brando says Billy Zane is Malcolm X.
Rose.
He has no catchphrase.
Rose.
Mr. Samuel Platinum says, I recommend you guys watch Demon Slayer. It's an awesome anime with an amazing story, stunning animation, and awesome fight scenes.
Nice.
Cool.
If it's on Crunchyroll, I can check it out this weekend.
Yeah.
Because I'm always down for some good quality entertainment. Welcome back, Kendo.
Yeah, someone stepped on my keyboard.
Is it Keyboard Cat?
Yeah, he hit the enter button, which reloaded my screen because my mouse was clicked on it.
Damage Incorporated says Melissa McCarthy is Stay Puft Marshmallow Woe Man.
Oh,
Hey, she's in the 2020 redo.
oh.
Imagine if that was the case. That would be the biggest insult to her fucking ever.
Hey, I think our joke movie has a name thanks to R. Nathaniel. He says The Fast and the Confederacy.
Oh my god.
Can we do Too Fast, Too Confederate for the sequel?
Yes.
They race a General Lee.
Oh my god.
McKinney90 says hashtag bad historical casting. John Cena is Malcolm X.
Shit.
It would change the course of history.
You couldn't
Because they couldn't see him.
Well, there's that, and after they shot him a bunch of times, he'd just kick out. And, win.
That's a good one. That's a spicy meatball right there.
TLJ Screwjob says Christopher Lloyd is Frederick Douglass.
Wait, no. Which Christopher Lloyd? Back to the Future or Taxi?
Ooh, I want Taxi Christopher Lloyd.
Ooh,
See,
the
give me
crack
Back
time
to the
Christopher
Future.
Lloyd?
I'm going up north. You're gonna see some serious shit.
Godspeed 619 has a question about Kathleen Kennedy. How can the president of a company be so ignorant?
Ask Yahoo.
There's another commercial that is not yet rated there, Kendo.
Yeah, it's the one about the Chewy dog.
Yeah, that was a dumb commercial.
A little bit.
Pallywhacker says, "Hail WCBS, party boob."
I love that guy's name.
I do too. He's a patron. Thank you, Pallywhacker.
Yes.
Dr. Coffindale says, "Bad casting. Mel Gibson is David Ben Gurion." Who is David Ben Gurion?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Probably. I'm just gonna go off the fact that he used Mel Gibson and say he's probably some very famous, well-known Israeli.
Mel Gibson's probably rolling over in his. Oh, he's not dead yet.
He's
rolling over in his penthouse.
He was the primary national founder of the state of Israel. Yeah,
there you go.
Yep.
He was in the middle. Mel Gibson was in the middle of counting his Lethal Weapon 4 money still, and he heard that he sensed it in the force. He's like, somebody said something I don't like.
Yeah, somebody wants me to play a Jewish person.
He starts yelling at his dog.
Sugar tits, get over here.
Who do you think's a bigger piece of shit, Mel Gibson or Alec Baldwin?
Oh, probably Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin, because I think Mel Gibson's kind of like he's done now. He's like, all right, I'm done. I'm gonna keep making movies.
Plus, and I would say the tiebreaker here would be the fact that when Mel Gibson got caught saying horrible shit, he was really drunk. Alec Baldwin did it sober.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, and to his daughter. Yeah,
you don't rip on your kids like that.
No.
McKinney90 says also moist muff sausage and McClunky.
McClunky.
Dude, we kept moving those McClunky shirts this week. Should I post the link?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Let's see how many we can sell. By the way, folks, if you bought a McClunky shirt, it's been shipped to you already, and you should have it in the next couple days.
Can I put a point of clarification out there real quick?
Yeah.
Because I noticed when we were making fun of the McClunky thing, people like to tell us that it's like Rodian for this will be the end of you, like trying to explain to us why it's not stupid. It's not that. We don't care what it means. It's just stupid that they included that and they keep changing that scene. That's why we're making fun of it.
Thank you.
Hey, Jeff, can you put the link in the chat, please?
I'm going to right now, sir. For McClunky shot first.
Yeah, because I'd like to throw that up everywhere I can.
Let's see. Crap. Hold on. Etsy spurged out for a minute. I'll send that out in a minute.
Yeah. Just whenever. Fine.
Dr. Coffindale's, we read his. JRG Project says Star Wars Legacy gave us Cade Skywalker. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of Cade than Anakin or Luke, one of the EU's finest. I've heard of Cade Skywalker, but I've never read any of the stories.
Yeah, he was. That was way after. He's like Luke's grandson, I think.
Oh wow.
I was very preferential to Anakin, Ben, and Ben, but Anakin, Ben, Jaden, and Jaina. Those were the ones that Kip Duran was my personal favorite Jedi of the EU, but of course, fuck us, right?
Yep.
We actually got a decent amount of hashtag bad historical castings on Twitter. We'll check those out on After Hours.
Fantastic.
The Fixer says Arnold Schwarzenegger is Robert E. Lee.
Oh,
I'd actually watch that. That actually sounded like it'd be pretty dope.
I'd watch that, but then it could help the South win because it's Arnie.
Yeah, well, in real life, Robert E. Lee was the way better general, and he still lost. So I think we can still make it work.
Yeah, I figured it out.
TLJ Screwjob says Fandom. Kathleen Kennedy, we coming for you.
Oh,
is that a Booker T promo I hear?
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, good God Almighty. Makiti 90, Scarlett Johansson. Bad casting. Scarlett Johansson is Mahatma Gandhi. Chris Hemsworth is Oprah Winfrey. Rosa Salazar is Benjamin Franklin, and Keanu Reeves is Fidel Castro. Now, I argue that Fidel Castro, played by Keanu Reeves, is fantastic. Inspired,
I do too.
brave.
Yeah, that'd be actually pretty good.
Yeah,
him with a beard like that, I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah.
With ScarJo as Gandhi, I'd actually be interested in seeing the movie.
Yeah.
Especially if she walks around just wearing exactly what Gandhi wore.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently he liked laying butt naked with his followers, so I would 100% watch that part too.
See? It's just her walking around that little, underwear thing that he was always pictured in.
Underwear thing.
I'm sure it has it's low budget. It's just her in a pair of tidy whities the whole time.
Michael Jordan's rambling in the background. There's no tag.
I get 10 cents every time they show this.
Klaus Dork says, could have made it worse than McClunky. They could have edited the original trilogy to make the sequel trilogy make a little sense, like add those stupid bombers and space scenes.
God, don't remind me of that shit, especially them showing
the whole that whole movie is shit, but that beginning is just like is just mind-numbingly retarded.
Yeah. You are throwing that one out there today. I love it, Nick.
You are the MVP of this show, Nick.
Yes.
Listen. Things happen this week. It's been a busy week, and I've been frustrated. And I get to take my frustrations out on Star Wars with you guys on this wonderful show. So,
and you saw Charlie's Angels.
That's right.
That's true. That added to the frustration of this week. I watched a shitty movie,
and he's willing to admit to seeing Charlie's Angels.
Yes. How does this keep coming back on?
Hashtag Dion loves Dark Fate.
Hashtag we didn't even say anything. Dion just jumped in on that one. So
it was clearly about me, motherfucker.
The guilt is growing in you.
Yeah, he feels really guilty about it.
I refuse to
let the dark fate flow through you.
No.
I am your father.
Whoa.
This got weird.
Yeah, there's like a wormhole jump in there.
Yeah,
well, that. Okay, that was my reenactment of episode 9. Just so you know, this is gonna happen in episode 9. There's gonna be a lot of weird shit happening.
That makes Bethany part black. The Fixer says, "I agree with McKinney 90's choice. Read my mind." McKinney 90 also says Michael B. Jordan is Sitting Bull.
Oh.
Was that your reaction when you saw Terminator Dark Fate?
God damn it. Damn it. I didn't see Dark Fate.
More than one.
I swear to God.
Swear to me. Cadis82 says, that's pretty sad to say. 30 minutes is good enough. I guess that's in terms of Charlie's Angels, like a TV episode.
I guess.
Let's talk about Mandalorian.
Oh, Mandalorian. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, because they tell a lot of story in 30 minutes. They do, and
like
it's
Sandcrawler.
Yeah, like the fact that the fact that it's fun to watch and it's a 30-minute episode means that they've thought it out. They know what they're doing. They're kind of on the right path so far. So
Bikini 90 says Jeff's casting Alexandra Daddario as Marilyn Monroe.
Oh,
sure, I'll cast her in anything. You can't cast Alexandra Daddario in the wrong role. She could play Gandhi. She could play William Howard Taft. She could play Wolverine.
Wait, hold on. If she's Marilyn Monroe, then who was our pick for JFK?
Oh, Drake.
There we go. Yeah. So then Drake's JFK.
It plays that song Hotline Bling as she's ODing.
Oh God.
That would make sense because she would just fade into all those colors and shit. He'd be dancing like a moron.
If I left the city, you. Burley Knoll says they don't have time to be making interviews. Well, yeah, Burley Knoll, because they're in the middle of making Star Wars Episode 9. It's yet to be rated, which means it's still yet to be submitted. There's not a final edit.
Right.
Darth Fatass says, how big is Batista's McClunky? By the way, I got the shirt in the mail today. Looks great. McClunky. Well, thank you, Darth Fatass, for supporting the McClunky shirt. I'm glad you got it.
God.
Cadis82 says, only makes sense to watch them Jason and Jaina. Or sorry, it only makes sense to make them Jason and Jaina in terms of what, Episode 9's characters? Rey and Kylo?
Oh, I guess when we were talking about Rey and Kylo being brother and sister.
Yeah.
If they're brother and sister, what are we gonna do in the theater? Just ruin it for everybody?
Nothing, because everything's gonna trigger us to the point of like red hot anger. So we're just gonna be pretty drunk and get some fucking popcorn and try to just erase a part of our memory once we leave.
Let's just laugh and talk shit about it in theaters, like when we were booing the Porgs.
Oh, they're coming back, the Porgs.
Are they
We'll boo
really?
the shit out of them.
Yeah, there's a poster with the Porgs on
Wait,
it.
hold on. Are they gonna help the rebellion fight the Empire?
No, apparently
Resistance.
Chewbacca has one as a pet.
You mean a snack?
Well, apparently he was going to, but all of a sudden he fucking caught the feels or some dumb shit.
They're all gonna get cooked. It doesn't matter.
Oh man.
Raiders of the Lost. Sorry, Godspeed 619 says Leia and Luke's daughter Rey, granddaughter of Palpatine and Shmi Skywalker, the rise of Skywalker incest.
Oh god.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, but
Yeah,
they're definitely taking it to a higher level.
Yeah.
Like Steve Winwood, Higher Love. Should
Yeah.
be playing in the background.
Well, they're like, we can do this sequel trilogy. We're going to do everything the original trilogy did, but better. Well, you know how they had Luke and Leia kiss, and there was a little bit of tension there, and it turns out they're brother and sister. Well, we're actually going to have Rey and Kylo be brother and sister, and they gonna fuck.
That sounds like some Alabama, Mississippi bullshit right there.
Well, you
No,
would know. You're from
That's what
Tennessee.
Alderaan is. How would you say Space South?
Spouth.
The South will rise again.
Oh my god.
Spouth, the rise of Skywalker loving.
Oh god. Cousin lover. The rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, loving an El Camino.
Sweet Home Alabama intensifies.
Who would Reese Witherspoon play in a Star Wars movie?
Jabba the Hutt's daughter?
Salacious Crumb.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh my god.
I can see her bouncing around speaking in gibberish.
She was the one space
does that now.
Shit-faced
that cooked.
when she's fucking shit-faced. Do
Yeah.
you know who I am?
She starts screaming on about Ryan Phillippe.
Yeah.
Oh, oof, oof.
Oh jeez.
Raiders of the Lost Flick says, at the movies now, happy holidays, WCBS and fans. Thank you, Raiders of the
So
Lost
is
Flick.
he watching Dark Fate or Charlie's Angels? What's going
Probably neither. He's got taste.
Yeah. He's probably going to run with Harriet.
on? Yeah,
Good call. Or ride with Ford and Ferrari.
Mr. Gently Benevolent, thank you very much. He says, Ray just keeps swinging that man's tool around vigorously and working up a sweat. I see what you're up to, Disney, not giving her own saber.
Yeah. That's yeah. Once again, she's wielding, a man's lightsaber. She hasn't made her own. So
Cuz plot.
yeah. Once again, it's going to be bedazzled, and there's going to be a hot pink blade coming out of it in the next one.
Well, what about that stupid Force vision that we were all supposed to get so excited for when her lightsaber opens up?
If that
yeah,
if that's one of those things from Rogue One where like it was just something that they showed and just didn't happen because they reshot it or whatever, and if they don't have that in the movie at all, I am going to call so much fucking bullshit on that because the internet went crazy. We all went crazy over that, and nothing happened.
Yeah,
They put that
I
out.
went crazy. I was confused.
Well, no, it was one of those things where it's like, what the fuck is that? That's like that was everybody's reaction, whether that was positive or negative. It was a reaction, and the fact that if they just took that out and they just made that like a fucking trailer thing or whatever, just to piss us off or I don't know, get us to go watch the movie, I'd be pissed off. Be like, why did you put this in here? What was this all about? What's going on?
Listen, I mean, if anything, it's either gonna be a Force vision like on Dagobah, or the Emperor has a fucking Rey clone, and you find out that the bitch is a clone and she's supposed to be a plant and all this bullshit. It's one of those. It's either,
Oh
it's
my
one of
god!
They were clones.
those. They were clones.
Dude, nice wedding singer callback.
Thank you.
Dude, no,
I'm
I
hoping
didn't think
somebody would catch that.
Yeah, dude, it's me. I love that movie. Did you watch that recently, or just as like a recall?
That's just a recall. Because it's my favorite line in the whole movie. Dude, they were cones.
Oh my god,
Those could have been guests at her wedding, but they were cones.
I really do like that movie.
It is a good one.
Paulo West says, "Great channel, guys. Down with KK. Besides Jon Favreau and Filoni, who would your next choice be to do a film or trilogy?"
Favreau with Filoni at the helm.
Just kind of like the momentum from these last episodes have been pretty good. I would say give them something to do.
I say get the fucking Russo brothers. Pay them whatever the fuck you gotta give
I was
them.
going to say
that works
that too.
Either do Knights of the Old Republic, or you're doing some, you actually fucking What?
I gotta share this. Hold on. Somebody posted this. Keep talking. It's a Star Wars meme. Somebody shared on our Facebook page. I can't believe that. I'm very proud of this. That even though I had nothing to do with it.
Nice. Yeah, I would just have them do a fucking nice deal. Whether it's Raven, whether it's Bane, whether it's you want to finally do something with the Zarkun, something, or using Vong. Excuse me. Fucking do something. Get the goddamn Russo brothers.
Somebody that's competent, that knows what they're doing, and is a fan of the franchise. Hang on.
I'm gonna share. Don't worry.
No, it's. Oh my god. Oh, that's good shit.
Oh fuck! That's so
oh my god,
such good shit.
Yeah, I picked David Lynch. But anyway, I just wanted to share that. Somebody posted that on our Facebook group, and I was like, hey, all right. Anyway, moving forward. Big Joe says, didn't know there was a new Charlie's Angels movie until I heard it flopped.
Yeah, dude.
That's really bad. Nobody knew there was one coming out. Holy shit.
Well, Big Joe, I like the world you live in where you don't have to even know these things exist.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
Must be fucking nice.
Must be fucking nice.
The Fixer says, in regards to the Half-Life prequel, Dion, it's been 12 years since the last Half-Life. You can't take that away from me. So what? It's a prequel.
But it's a prequel.
I was waiting for you to read that. I'll give you that one, brother. I'll give you that one. You can't take this from me. You have done that yourself.
Yeah, but once again, like they've had enough time to make like 5 more sequels. Like I don't know why they haven't.
Because Valve fucking hates us. That's why.
As much as they're revered, as much as they're they have good games. Like they're really once again like they don't know how to read their audience, and they should have made a part 3 because 1 and 2 were pretty good. Now they're going to make a prequel that's not going to make any damn sense. And if that does good, then what? They're going to make a prequel to that one? Like, come on.
Well, so is life.
Yeah. Video games seem to be pretty fucked up too these days. So, jeez.
Western entertainment in general, dude.
Yeah. I'll agree with you on that one. Yeah, it is.
Polar Liger Film says, see A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Frozen 2, Joker, and Jumanji 3, The Next Level. Boycott Black Christmas, NPC Reboot, Bombshell, Me Too Propaganda, Cats, Knives Out, and Star Wars. Party boob!
I don't know. Cats. I'm not gonna go see because it just looks horrifying and terrible. And I think so. I think somebody said they spent $230 million on it.
Jesus, really?
Yeah, because I think like it was scrolling in the chat really fast. So I'm going to check that to make sure because if it's that much,
that movie's never going to make its money back. It would have to make what, $500 million to break even?
Yeah.
If it easily. That's okay. About the same they spent for John Carter was $250 million. There's no way that it's going to make that type of money.
It's in that uncanny valley nightmare fuel shit where it's like I don't want to watch this.
It is. Okay. On Wikipedia, for some reason, it's put in pounds, British pounds, and the budget is 230 million British pounds, which equates to $323 million. Yeah, $323 million US.
No, it can't be that expensive.
That's what I'm looking at on Wikipedia. It could be different, could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing right now. Once again, that's. And then I did the conversion on my phone, and that's what I got. So, yeah.
Well, folks, you're gonna have the biggest bomb of the year. Who's putting out Cats? What studio is that?
Let's see. It looks like let's see. I can't tell. I think it's Universal, maybe.
Oh, Universal. Be glad Hobbs and Shaw made all that money.
Yeah, Universal Pictures. Yeah, Cats is scheduled to release December 20th, 2019 by Universal Pictures. Jesus, Universal.
Watch it be a humongous success and Star Wars tank. Like everyone's like, fuck Star Wars. I'm going to see Cats. And Cats ends up making $1 billion and Star Wars makes like 500 million.
Shit, dude.
I want to live in that reality.
That would be some shit. Because I remember seeing like the trailer for the Cats musical, like when I was a kid, like they would be like, "Oh, it's playing at your arena now." It's like, cool. I don't want to go watch it. That's weird.
It was always creepy looking. It looked like Zoobly Zoo.
Yeah, it was weird, man. It was.
Hey, I like Zoobly Zoo.
So did I. Bill the Beaver.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, even the names they have: James Corden, Judi Dench, Jason Derulo, Idris Elba, Jennifer Hudson, Ian McKellen, Taylor Swift, Rebel Wilson. I'm not gonna go watch this.
I never was, but that is a good cast.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
that's a good cast. Yeah, but like it's weird because they're not gonna be CG and covered in fur.
I think it'll do better than what we're thinking. That's just me.
We can't. Okay, right now we can't tell. We cannot tell because I think it's gonna flop. Kind of think it's gonna do pretty well, but it's gonna be interesting to see the results of that one because yeah. Oh man, that's a lot of money though. It's a lot.
It's a lot of damn money.
That's a lot of damn money.
Let's see. Mike Guidry says, "Thanks for the content, guys." Well, thank you, Mike. We appreciate that.
Oh yeah,
Or maybe it's Mike Guidry. I appreciate that. Etepelquillian's place to be review sent in 2. Thank you very much. He says, "I saw Charlie's Angels for my channel. #masochism."
Well, Nick thought for fun, so
Yeah, for fun.
Morbid curiosity. That's what.
Nick, you're the type of guy that would get ripped and take a walk off a rooftop for fun. So,
Yes.
Yeah, I probably would honestly.
like Johnny Gobbs. I wonder
right.
if that Stills Will guy still listens to our show.
I don't know. Maybe I haven't seen him in the chat for a long time.
Watch, this is the one episode he clicks on. He's like, "They remembered me." Yes, we do. We were getting ripped and taking a walk off a rooftop like Johnny Gobbs.
Wow.
Etep also says, "Happy McClunksky giving for all 4 of you. Happy or hail WCBS." That's a McClunky's giving. Wow, that's hard to say.
Yeah.
We'll do a Norman Rockwell style painting of us eating a Greedo head on a turkey platter.
Ooh. Done.
Oh man.
Modalicious says, "Triple X Disney. Luke finds Patrick Duffy in the shower."
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
"I see your Schwartz is as big as mine." Dr. Coffindale says, "The draw for Charlie's Angels in the 70s was Farrah Fawcett's nipples. They could poke through steel, probably poking through her coffin right now."
Oh my god.
Damn.
Woo! That's a spicy one.
That was funny though. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's no draw for it now. I mean, even when Drew Barrymore tried redoing the show in 2011, it flopped as well.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted it. So, yeah, those 2 movies was as far as they got. They should just stop there.
Stebson Gold says, "Should I be mad at EVS?" No.
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 Bourbon Bear, let's not kink shame the guy just because he's seen Dark Fate a half a dozen times.
How's it a half a dozen now? God damn it.
Was it the full 12?
You know what? I don't know how this happened to me. I don't know. I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
See,
You saw Dark Fate and didn't tell us?
if you would have been me and just fessed up in the beginning, you'd have been fine.
Let me fess up. I didn't. You know what?
We let it go really quick.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna call
Oh,
Hillary
yeah.
on this one.
This is bullshit, man. This is bullshit. I've been set up. I didn't kill my wife.
I don't care.
Oh,
Polar Liger Film says, also boycott Paul Feig's recent romantic Christian comedy, or sorry, Christmas comedy Last Christmas.
I was about to say he's making Christian comedies now. Goddamn,
Yeah,
him and Kirk Cameron working together.
I was say Kirk Cameron, Candace Cameron
Oh my
Bure.
god. Paul Feig, Kirk Cameron, and Mel Gibson. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, we weren't going to see it anyway. We don't ever call for boycotts of anything, but
No. But I'll always say is vote with your wallet. That's what we say.
yep.
Alex Powers 2.0. I bet 5 people and a stick turn up to Knives Out.
Oh god. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like the Knives Out may actually do good because of the cast that they have in it.
Yeah.
Honestly. The cast.
Plus, it's one of those murder mysteries, and people like those.
Yep.
If it doesn't have
I'm
Tim
even-
Curry in it, I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I'm even
Ooh.
slightly intrigued by it. It's
Ooh.
like, that might be not horrible.
All right, McClunky.
McClunky.
Well, here's the thing. If you say that, that means Dion saw Dark Fate 100 times.
God damn it!
Do you really want to let James Cameron and Tim Miller win?
Don't think so.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
TLJ
Oh, my
Screwjob
God.
says, thoughts on Jim Cornette resigning after making an Ethiopian joke on NWA Power while on color commentary and SJW's being outraged. I saw this. Did you see this, Kendo?
I did.
What are your thoughts?
I like how everybody immediately called it racist, even though I'm like,
What was the comment?
what's his name?
Trevor Murdoch.
Trevor Murdoch could ride through Ethiopia with fried chicken on his back, a bucket of fried chicken taped to his back,
and survive.
On a motor scooter.
Okay.
That's a bad joke, but that's come on. That's what we're getting pissed off about.
Because I'd say everybody was calling it racist and all that stuff. I was like, I wouldn't go as far as to call it racist. Is it insensitive in making fun of Ethiopians, not on racial terms, but more of like starving terms? It's like,
right.
That starving Ethiopian thing was a 90s joke, so it's just a really dated, lame ass joke at this point.
Yeah. I remember that being a thing in the 90s. But yeah, once again, it's just not a big deal, man.
But he ended up having to resign over it.
And I'm sure, and I'm sure all these white people got really up in arms about in defense of Ethiopia. I'm sure that's what happened.
The fucked up part is for you talk about SJW culture. That shit is a huge part of wrestling fandom.
Yeah.
And it bothers me.
Oh God.
The thing is, wrestling itself is AEW is with Nyla Rose. They've gone out of their way to talk about how it's so progressive in AEW. I'm like, Cody, shut the fuck up, all right?
Yeah.
But at least WWE, look, for as shitty as Roman Reigns is and Seth Rollins, it's not like woke yet. It felt natural to have Becky Lynch main event WrestleMania. Right. Charlotte Flair, not so much.
No, if her last name was anything other than Flair, she wouldn't be pushed the way she is.
No, for sure. And then obviously,
unless it was Hogan.
That too. But it was very clear they panicked and put her in that main event at the last minute.
Right.
We're going to eventually do a wrestling podcast on Patreon. We have to.
Right.
J. Pat says, keep up the good work, and Dion saw Dark Fate.
God damn it. Jump from one WCBS meme to another.
No. I fucking love this because I admitted to watching.
Damn, what do you mean admitted? I didn't see Dark Fate. God damn.
I admitted it, and Dion, if you admit it too, your soul will be saved.
Dion, what scares you more? Horses or the truth that you saw Dark Fate?
The fucking God damn it. You guys specifically told me about the movie. You told me not to go see it.
And you went and saw it anyway.
You betray us. I'm fed up with this world.
Yeah. Just admit it, Dion. Stop being a chicken. Cheap.
Really funny, Denny.
Oh my God.
It might not come out.
That's life.
What happened to Elizabeth?
Oh shit!
All men are assholes.
My test results came back. This episode.
You definitely saw Dark Fate.
Oh shit!
Oh, I love you guys. Astro Lime. Astro Lime says, I just wanted to say hi to you, good beans. Beananen? What? I don't even know what that means. Beananen? Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't know, but thank you. SW says Jumanji 2019 and Cats have a rating, but Star Wars Episode 9 does not on filmratings.com, which means which is the site that the MPA works with. Well, I'm gonna have to put my investigation hat on here and play my favorite game from Pee Wee Herman's Pee Wee's Playhouse. Connect the dots. La la la.
Ooh.
Modalicious says bad casting. Brie Larson is Ida B. Wells.
Oh, nice. That would be terrible.
That just makes me sad.
Yeah.
Bourbon Bear says bad historical casting. Lizzo is Jesus Christ.
Who?
I don't know who Lizzo is.
She's a rapper. That song "Truth Hurts." That's Lizzo.
Oh, okay.
Astro Lime says these bad castings are making me think of the Fate series, where all your historical figures, myths, and legends are turned into cute anime waifus.
Oh, God.
Well, that's kind of like Nick's favorite show.
I was gonna say it's more like Dion's favorite show, Dark Fate series.
Don't you?
Where your best friend betrays you and stabs you in the back for seeing a terrible movie he promised he wouldn't.
Oh my
God damn it!
I love all of it.
See, I was just gonna make a Clone High reference, but props to Jeff for carrying the torch of truth.
I would have loved to hear the Clone High reference.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was more important for Jeff to keep the.
It is. Yeah.
That Dion would finally come to his senses and say, "You know what, guys, I saw it, and I'm sorry."
Dixon Cider. says, I hope you guys got a ton of candy corn. Party boob and horse.
Actually, I have a bag for each of us when we meet up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've got 3 bags in my cabinet.
Yeah, so like I have a bag for each of us to eat on the live stream while we talk about Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
I have something special for us to wear.
McClunky.
He also says, swig a cider for you guys.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I could go for a nice, strong, dry cider. Any
Oh,
favorites?
Yeah. I don't know. Strongbow's okay.
The original Strongbow, not the...
Right. Yeah, the original
Re-retro.
Strongbow. I can't really think of any because outside it, I'm trying to think of ciders other than Stella, Strongbow, and that's
There's Woodchuck.
yeah, that's it. Woodchuck, that's my favorite.
Yeah, Woodchuck is really good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Angry Orchard's too sweet.
Yeah, I'm
It is.
not a fan.
It's like Zima. It's for kids.
There were at the time I bought a pack of Zima and the bottom ripped out as I was walking into a party.
No,
Yeah, and every bottle exploded.
Oh,
Damn,
that sucks.
It was the universe's way of telling me, don't be a bitch.
Yeah. I drank a 12-pack one night on a dare a couple years ago and they re-released it. I felt like shit the next day.
Oh yeah, it's just sugar. It's bad for you.
Yeah, it was awful.
What's lamer, those or Bartles and James?
Probably those because at least Bartles and James had a variety of flavors.
Yeah, Zima's just alcoholic Sprite that cost too damn much.
Yeah.
Dean Holpsoffel says McClunky means thank you very much in Rhodian.
Oh my god.
Well, McClunky for your super chat.
Yes, McClunky. Joseph Pianowitz has 2 in a row. They're very generous. Thank you very much. He says, I'm jumping into the DeLorean, hitting 88 miles per hour. The last 3 movies never existed in Star Wars.
I mean,
He also
I'm okay
says-
with that.
Yeah, I would do. I would go back and we were talking to Andy Signore the other night, the guy from Movie Fights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he asked that question. He's like, what movie would you make disappear, BVS or The Force Awakens? And I had to go with BVS because if you make The Force Awakens disappear, we don't have the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, we don't exist.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
It's kind of like the butterfly effect when Ashton Kutcher as a baby chokes himself out in the womb.
Oh fuck! Talk about a reference.
Joseph Bienowitz also says, hail to the Fandom Menace. WCBS rules. Ooh, let's get ready to suck it. I like Triple H when he was that Triple H.
You're about to say, man.
McKinney 90 says Christina Hendricks is Rosa Parks. That's my golf clap for you, sir. That is a fantastic.
I'd watch that movie.
Let me give you 2 big reasons why I would cast her as Rosa Parks. Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Boobs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah,
Blade 21 says, watch the Cats trailer again. I still don't get it. Wonder if they'll have the Cats have a rainbow party scene.
Oh God.
Oh dear God.
Oh jeez.
Oh, Damage Incorporated. He might have the best, deepest cut super chat of the night. Kathleen Kennedy is Chief Lutz from Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Oh,
Is he a
that's
civilian
perfect.
now? Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass later.
Oh, by the way, every time I hear the Neutron Dance, I think of that scene every time.
That's a good song.
It is. It is.
Digi Akuma says, regarding the promise not to retcon original trilogy / prequel trilogy, it was established by George Lucas. He can't sue, or can he sue Disney and Lucasfilm? Because it seems they are very cleverly, that just ends right there. Very cleverly. Or they're, I mean, I meant to say clearly, but it says cleverly. Yeah, that's why Lucas in the 4K remasters and stuff are all him. Disney has no say in that. So it's not really a, hey, we can get mad at Disney for doing this. Like Lucas himself chose to remaster. He's the McClunky behind the McClunky.
Oh God.
TLJ Screwjob says, how Luke helps turn Kylo in 9. Do you understand life? Do you? You're 10 and 5, man.
Give me the drug money, Danny.
Where's the fucking, you have 5 fucking minutes.
I'll have 5 fucking minutes, Daddy.
Joseph Bienowitz says, we wake up Bobby's in the shower. This never really happened. Can anyone say fuck the Clue ripoff? and that is what Knives Out's the Clue ripoff. So I'm not going to see it because he killed Luke Skywalker.
I don't know if it's a Clue ripoff. I've heard they want to remake Clue, and I think Ryan Reynolds is behind that. He's talked about it a couple times. Which, if it's him involved and he's in it, and if he's one of the characters,
Butler?
yeah. If he was a butler, I'd be okay with that. Honestly, as long as it's good, I'm okay with it. If the trailer looks good, the concept is a solid. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. But we'll see what happens.
Eskimonofono says, "Do I have to use Patreon to get a Dark Fate review?"
God damn it.
Dion, just help Eskimonofono out right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's not good, but it's a 0. Nick, you, Tam. Oh, and then Damage Incorporated says Roman Reigns as Dion in the theaters watching Dark Fate.
His hair's always wet.
That's it. Yep.
Are you gonna pump your fist as you watch Terminator Dark Fate?
He wears a pseudo bulletproof vest.
Roman Reigns.
He had cancer.
Oh, Nick.
Damn, dude.
You are the MVP.
It's true. It's true. He had it.
Way to take a page out of your favorite person's playbook there with the insults online.
So I have spoken. Great screen name. We have spoken. This concludes episode 197 of World Class Bullshitters. Every Thursday night, we take a dump on the world of pop culture. If you enjoyed this, make sure you give us a thumbs up and share it all over social media. Speaking of thumbs up, over our last episode of the High Council, we had over 1,000 thumbs up, which got us a Good Morning Pop Culture, which took place this morning, and it was a fun show. And it's over on our feed, our iTunes feed. So if you want that, I give some updates to why our episodes haven't appeared on iTunes. It wasn't because I'm lazy. It's because I can't get the MP3 files. Kendo, didn't you say we got some in the email?
Yeah, we did.
Send those my way, please, because I'd like to upload all the episodes to iTunes before we go on hiatus. McKinney90 sent it a super chat that says, Dion, Dark Fate was an atrocity. 20 out of 10.
God damn it.
You know what, Nick? Plug your stuff.
All right. Give me 1 second. Let me get the screen share going. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, there's my channel, Real Independent Productions, Real with 2E because film pun. Every Friday we do something called Scary Drunk, where me and my good friend Scotty get horribly drunk and talk about horror movies. I think tomorrow we're going to talk about Hell Baby. That's happening. Also, I do another podcast with my good friend Richard Tanner called The Campfire, which you see here, episode 13 is right there, where we talk about Are You Afraid of the Dark, the wonderful, scary, crazy, awesome 90s kids show from Nickelodeon. Also, we're going to movie with him called Mother Noose, Once Upon a Nightmare, and here are some pictures from it. That is Aaron Brown, aka Misty Monday. That's our lazy cop from our Three Little Pigs segment. That's Mother Noose, and that's me tied to a chair.
Kinky.
Yeah.
Aren't
I
going to be in this?
Yeah, actually, you are. You are going to be in this. Not tied to a chair like that, but something else that we'll talk about later.
Yeah, and Richard Tanner asked me to make the poster.
Awesome, that's great.
So, that is Real Independent Productions with 2 E's, film pun.
Yeah, so like, subscribe, comment, share the videos. Anything and everything helps. So this is going to be weird that we're going to have a week off. It's been a while. I mean, it has been
weeks where I've been out of town, but we haven't missed a week. We just put our show on Wednesday nights.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Thanksgiving. Have your turkey, have your stuffing, your gravy. Apparently, Jesse's telling people on her live streams that I'll be stuffing her. So there we go. That's a good way to end this. Yeah. Hey, I don't put my personal business out there. She does, and then Dr. Meatball has to tell me about it. So hey, I get to learn secondhand what I'm going to be doing for fun in Philadelphia. Dr. Meatball, if there's anything else you mentioned, let me know. Full transcript. I'll send you any T-shirt you want. And McClunky to you. Darth Fatass says, McClunky, have a great holiday, guys. We will.
Thank you.
Yeah. Eat, drink, be merry, get laid.
Getting that stuff in.
Yeah.
It's gonna be weird being at your apartment, Dion. Just saying. You might want to soundproof the wall.
Shit.
What?
Joke's on you. D2 has a habit of randomly getting out and climbing in bed, so make sure you close the fucking door all the way.
Oh, I'm locking that shit. I'm gonna put my luggage. Like D2's not strong enough to move our luggage, so I'm just gonna put that in front of the door each night. I'm like, sorry, buddy.
God.
Uncle Jeff brought you Christmas presents. This isn't one of them. Oh, thank you, Al Bundy. I'm glad she told all my business on the live stream.
Oh yeah, that's wonderful.
Well, at least it's good stuff. So
yeah, that's true.
So, folks, this has been a great episode. This has been a great run. I don't know why I'm making it sound like we're ending the show. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I'll have more videos out in the meantime. And as always, be excellent to each other.
.com.
McClunky.